Alrighty, hello everybody. How are we doing today? Hope you're all doing well and ready for some more Bhuvauri gameplay where, Hellas is just looking like it's us in the command now. That's it. I mean, everybody else is kind of dead or dying. Beyond Fang is dead. The Raj is dead. I guess Jad's getting involved, and Jad's actually not going to be as easy of a solution as I thought. We can go over that more when we actually jump into the game. Their ruler is going to help them out a ton in ensuring that it makes my life as difficult as possible. Yay! I guess it's not as bad as them having a powerful mage, but probably the second worst thing from them having a powerful mage. But we'll talk about that later. Also, I'm not too worried about the command's quality of troops. I think we can actually match them. We can go punch for punch, which is kind of cool. But we'll go over that later as well. I did want to talk about the most recent Tinto talks. I've missed a couple now. But I do have some thoughts on the trade good one, which is the most recent one that came out on the new year. So we'll talk about that a bit. We'll vibe, and then we'll jump into the game. Hello, Telonius, Scottish, Zarduk, JT Jag, and T3. Hope you're all doing well. You're playing Marvel Rise has brought out the worst in you. You were playing Venom and you said, guys, I'm about to teach you all how to shoot Iron Man. I'm going to dunk your heads in water and hold it. Then when you come up, ask who you are shooting. If it isn't Iron Man, you are going back in. Funny. I mean, hey, you know what? Some people got to learn the hard way. That's just how it goes. Some people got to learn the hard way. Is your mercenary cost fixed yet? Because Bhuvauri is a slam dunk merc ideas, right? No, it's not fixed yet. And I think it's going to be a long time until we can get away with hiring mercenaries. Which, you know, it's like, the Bhuvauri mercenary memes, but that's okay. Did you remove the timer from the starting screen so we couldn't complain about being late all the time? Pretty smart, right? You can't be mad at me for being late if there is no such thing as being late. You've been outflanked, outmaneuvered. Hello, Full Sec and Professional Street Mugger and Mr. How you doing? Hair is the same as yesterday. Yes, my haircut is later at 4:45 today, which means we had to end stream before then because I gotta get my haircut, which means tomorrow my hair will be different. You do have theoretically better troops than them eventually. Correct. And we are actually not far off from being able to keep up with the command in quality and in manpower recovery speed. I'm just saying. The biggest threat to our manpower recovery speed is the distrustful populace. But if we just keep doing our missions, then that will get fixed. But we get a bunch of manpower recovery speed from our national ideas and from plutocratic ideas as well. So if we can keep kind of going along that path, we'll be able to keep up with the command. I mean, there's still a command, so it's not going to be easy. You don't get 10 years of manpower in a single event or 1,500 manpower a month. Yeah, manpower, schmanpower, who cares, right? It don't matter. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to have money, okay? Now, right now, I did check. The command does have 5 ducats more income than we do, but all of their income is taxation. Ours is trade, which means ours will scale better. And yeah, true. We can get crazy amounts of artillery combat ability with our special Adasa estate. So, I mean, like eventually, when we get to Tech 16, we will be able to decimate the command in the fire phase. We may even switch our government reform from 10% infantry combat ability to 5% infantry combat ability and 5% artillery combat ability. I'm not sure, but I think it'd be a pretty good idea because stacking artillery combat ability is crazy. That's a crazy thing that we can do. So just blow them up before they can hit you. No problems. No problems at all. Hey, Maxi Zone, how you doing? Just had dinner and now the yapping. It is in fact the yapping. You also get like 120% ICA. Can't remember how to do it. I believe we get 10% from our current government reform. we can get 5% from the lower castes through a privilege. I don't know if that will go away though when we go down to fluid for the caste system. We'll see. And then we can get 5 or 10% from the estate, I think, with scaling for loyalty, I believe. Artillery combat build, do you hear naval hegemony coming? Yeah, it's a thought that crossed my mind. You'd think that we just go for economic, since economic is unironically the best one, but it's not too often that you can possibly compete with the Abdel Khanzat. Maybe we can have the best cannons in the world. Maybe we could take that away from the dwarves. I don't know. It'd be kind of funny. Would be kind of funny. Just saying. But yeah, we'll probably go naval, especially because we can get so much naval combat ability as well, or heavy ship combat ability, like 10% from the estate, which means no one will ever be able to touch our navy. I was thinking we might go maritime ideas second, but trade is very tempting. Just to really stack up on our trade income. If we can get lots of buildings built, we're going to have to conquer the Raj, like literally all of it. So if we can get good trade monies from that, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be a lot of money. And then with that money, we can build buildings so we can hopefully keep up with the command. The command. You get Marines that are buffed as well. True. Another reason to take maritime ideas. We do have Marines. If we can get more sailors, then we can balance out our manpower and our sailor capacity, and hopefully that would be enough to keep up with the command. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Fallen Hearts, how you doing? But I did want to talk about the Tinto talk a little bit before we get started here. We probably won't yap as long today since I gotta go get my haircut. So we'll jump into the gaming pretty quickly. But I did want to talk about the fact that there's only one type of spices in Project Caesar. I gotta scroll back up to it. Hold on. Where are the spices? The spices. I also have some opinions on food as well. The spices. Should have already been there. Okay. You and everyone else. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah. People are quite opinionated on it. So most recent Tinto talk, which is one that came out on January 1st, it just went over all of the goods in the game, all the trade goods. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to read through them all because honestly, you just got to read it yourself if you're interested in it. There's not like huge information here, but if you are really interested, you can get it yourself. So spices. Default price is 6, transport cost 0.25. Spices have been known in Europe since ancient times, mostly of their medicinal value and for their ability to improve the taste of food. Pepper, ginger, nutmeg, chili, cinnamon, etc. came from parts of East Africa, but mostly from India, China, and the Spice Islands, current Indonesia, to be traded in Alexandria or the other terminals of the Great Caravan Roads. The European desire for cheaper and more direct supply constituted the main motivation for the first eastbound sea voyages of discovery for Portugal. So there's only one type of spice in the game, and the reason given is that there was, let's see, I don't want to misquote. Also, someone did say they wanted genocide horses, which is very weird, but average map gamer. People also mad there's no honey. I don't understand that one myself, but whatever. Where is it? Variety of spices did not add anything but a minor performance impact, which this is what I focus on. I don't really care with the honey. I don't like that there's only one type of spice, but it's not because I think that there should just be like an arbitrary amount of spices where we get like 15 different types that don't do anything. What I would like to see is something more akin to mainland taxes, where there is a natural reason to want to go and acquire those things, right? In mainland taxes, you have delicacies and you have exotics. And exotics, I believe, start in the east and delicacies in the west. I think that's it might be backwards. But what's important about it is that it encourages and rewards interacting with trade from different regions of the world. which, you know, is one of the major reasons why empires expanded, was to gain access to these new resources because their populations demanded it. Whatever the reason, it kind of pushed them to do that. And I think if there's only one type of spice, it might undermine that. I think the only thing is that we don't know how much spice is going to be produced and easily accessible to Europeans, and how much spice is going to be easily accessible and produced in Asia, specifically like the Spice Islands. If the game is set up to where if it's set up to where the scarcity of spices in general encourages that expansion, then it will be fine. And you don't really need a whole bunch. If there's too much supply of spices, then I think it should be split into maybe two, like a Western spice and an Eastern spice. I don't know how the split would work. But it's not that I just want a bunch of different spices. I just want there to be like a natural reason to expand into new territories. And that was also my problem with food. Is that a lot of the food is just literally the same. From what I understand, like maize, corn, wheat, it's default price of 1, produces 8 food per unit. Like, it's literally the same. So like, does it matter at all? Do I need to care about, you know, getting access to corn? And then potatoes, again, also default price of 1, produces 8 food per unit. Even though corn and potatoes helped boost the population growth in Europe after the Columbian Exchange. So does the Columbian Exchange not actually matter? Or is there something that I'm missing? Like, I don't know. But that has me a little bit worried. Well, maybe not worried. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Just something that I found somewhat interesting. And then rice gives 10 food per unit, which makes it the best. Fun fact. Best food, because it gives 10. Compared to things like livestock, which is 8 food per unit. Default price is 1.5. It's hard to pin it all down, considering I don't know every single production method the game will have. Maybe it's that, you know, corn is better because it takes less corn to produce a certain amount of food than wheat. I don't know, but we'll see. Will the weather map mode finally have use? I hope so. I hope that you actually can choose to like grow corn somewhere because it's better suited to that environment, or wheat and so on. I think that'd be cool. There's a reason that most poverty diets include rice, extremely low cost, high yield, and lots of carbs. Yeah. Yeah. But rice is best food, was very labor demanding IRL. I would only assume that that's going to be portrayed in the game, right? That like rice farms will have a higher amount of peasants that need to work them. If that is the case. Interesting that there are different grains but one livestock. Yeah, but I actually don't mind there only being one livestock. Yeah, I don't mind there being one livestock compared to multiple types of grain, because the different kinds of grain are more impactful than one type of livestock, if you know what I mean. There are only cows. True, only cows. For you too, grain and maize is different, but spices are on the same category. Yeah, but again, if it is the scarcity of spices that makes spices valuable, then it's fine. It doesn't matter if there's multiple types of spices. But if that scarcity can be overcome easily, then I think a different amount of spices would be nice. But of course, there is the cost of performance, and how much do you really want to cost in your performance for different kinds of spices in a game of this size and this length? You know, who knows? Wool counts as sheep? Yeah, I just thought that was funny. That wool has a default price of 2.5 and it produces 5 units of food. But it's just wool. It's not like sheep. It's just called wool. I was really confused when I first read it. Eat the wool. I mean, if you're hungry enough, you know. There's be some sort of benefit to having multiple different spices in your market. Like, yeah, in a vacuum, I would agree, but like, we do have to keep in mind that at some point it will affect game performance too much to be worth it. I don't know. I really want to see how the trade works, and if there is a necessity for multiple spices. I'm not sure. I wonder if they will add eel, since eel is a staple diet food in Australia, Japan, Bengal, Delta, and Myanmar. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they'll just put it under fish. Right. Like, if we could have that level of granularity, I'd be so down for that. So down for that. But I don't think they're going to want to do that. It looks like they're trying to keep it as simple as possible while still having some amount of diversity in what can be shown and grown. Where's your whales? Is there a whaling station? Did they do that? Did they show that before? I don't remember. Its features go behind lists of things you care about, but you do get the discourse about how important spices were in general in that time period. True. Like, I get it. I think some spices have their own category, at least herbs, spices, or medical something. Well, there's the medicaments. Medicaments is technically a kind of spice. If you're talking, this is like opium or other medicinal properties for plants and whatnot. Isn't whaling more of Vic timelines? Commercial whaling's more big timelines, but there were definitely societies that relied upon whaling. The American Northeast had a lot of whaling communities. Japan had a lot of communities. Alaska had a lot of communities that relied on whaling for a long time. Long time. Yeah, it's a pretty big thing. But, I mean, there's no whale trade good, but maybe it's a building. It could just be a building. I watched Scrubs. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. What else? There was one other thing in the Tinto Talks I wanted to look at today. What was it? Oh. It was the societal things. The values. Societal values. I saw a comment that talked about what someone thought was going to be strong, and I disagreed with them. I don't remember where it was. I'm sure I can find it real fast here. There's not too many dev responses. Where are you? I should have already had this up. Professional, by the way. You think you're gonna wait for the spice mod? Vanilla sounds a little bland. Nice. Korean whaling, for example, the amber industry isn't close. I don't know anything about the amber industry. That feels so weird to me that there's such a big focus on like the amber in Prussia. Like, I'm not saying it shouldn't be there. I don't know. It just feels crazy to me that it's so important that it should be a trade good, like a separated trade good from jewelry or gems specifically. But then we don't get more than one spice. Like that one feels weird. Medicinals and coffee trade good. Yes, coffee is a trade good, if I remember correctly. Where is this person? There it is. There it is. Hold on, I gotta pull up Tinto Talks on the other screen now, so that way I can actually read what they do without showing anything. Hold on, professional, by the way. I know exactly what I'm doing. Tinto Talks, go down, societal values. Okay. Okay, so this person, Moppy, no hate, but I think you're wrong. No offense, I think you're wrong. About what they think is going to be strong. So societal values are kind of like the ethos of what your country believes in. And it can change over time. It can change in kind of large chunks through different effects, but most of the time it's like a small changes over time towards one end of the equilibrium or other. It's a 200 point scale, minus 100 to plus 100. I guess technically that's like a 201 scale since you have 0. At 0, you get no modifiers, and then if you go to the left or right, you can start getting benefits from either or. This person said that centralized is better than decentralized, and I disagree. I actually think that a decentralized traditionalist serfdom economy early game is going to go crazy. And is going to be very, very strong. Perhaps too strong. Perhaps too strong. And this right here is why. Distance cost to capital reduction seems like it's going to be so very good. So very good to help you keep control of territory early on. In addition, it also gives you some monthly rebel growth reduction. Now, keep in mind, again, this is if you get to the maximum amount, which would be very difficult to do. But really, any bonuses here is nice. The only thing about centralization is that the reduction in road building time would be pretty sweet. Would be pretty sweet. And having crown power would be nice. But I don't think centralization is going to be good for like the first 100 to 200 years of the game. Because you're just not going to have the resources to effectively use your crown power, from what I understand. I could be totally wrong. I haven't played this thing. I don't know what's going on. But just like in my head, it doesn't make sense to immediately try to centralize if you don't have the resources to keep up with that centralization. I think many things in U5 would be heavily dependent on who you're playing, like the Netherlands would always want to centralize. True. True. And then we have innovative versus traditionalist. This right here, I think might be a bit of a misinterpretation of the scale, because a traditionalist country will have higher estate satisfaction, stability will grow faster, a bigger cultural tradition growth, while institutions will be far more costly to embrace. An innovative country will have a higher maximum literacy, bigger cultural influence growth, cheaper institution growth, but stability will be much slower to grow. Like out of these two things, traditionalist just sounds better. Until later in the game. Like, that's great if you can have higher maximum literacy, but what are you going to do with that in 1400? Like, I don't see the benefit of doing it. And I think it's because innovative often has that, we have that mental connection from EU4 with tech cost. And so they're like, yeah, we really need to make sure that we're teching up. But Johan did reply that it'd be like a 2% tech difference if you were able to keep innovative at max all the time. Which then it makes me kind of wonder, is innovative good enough? I don't know. Maybe there's other things that do with literacy that I didn't mean to do that. That I either can't remember or it's just, I don't know. But traditionalist seems very strong. It really does seem like it's going to encourage you to stay more decentralized and traditionalist early on if you want a stable country as you kind of build up. And the next part of that is, I think, the big one, which is free subjects versus serfdom, which I don't even think is a competition. Free subjects, I'll read that one first, will increase monthly prosperity, which is great, makes pops promote faster, I'll come back to that, reduce the food consumption of peasants, but reduce the amount of tax you can collect on peasants. So this, I think, early game is going to be killer. I think reducing the amount of tax you can collect from peasants is just a bad idea. Like, obviously us now, we're like, yeah, no, you shouldn't tax peasants or the middle class or the lower class overly as much, because it's not an effective way for taxation to actually work. But in this time period, I feel like doing that early game is akin to just shooting yourself in the foot. Reducing the food consumption of peasants sounds kind of good, but there's another slider that actually helps deal with that. Meanwhile, serfdom gives you more raw materials output, which I think that on its own makes serfdom way better. Way better. It also increases the amount of tax you can have on the peasants. Instead of decreasing it, it increases it. Although it does increase the amount of food your peasants eat. So you don't like serfdom increasing goods produced. Well, it doesn't increase goods produced. It increases raw material output. Right? It doesn't help with like goods made in a production thing. But I get where you're coming from. But it is only 1% at max. But I think even so, like, because early on, raw resource production is going to be I would assume the strongest way to have an economy, right? Until you can get an industrial base built up of actual towns and cities with populations in them. Like, again, it depends on who you're playing, right? If you're playing as China, you probably want to move away from serfdom as quickly as you possibly can. You have so many pops. Same thing with India. Like, you have so many people. Get away from serfdom, free peasantry, and build up a strong economy. Great. But I think for people like in Europe, serfdom early on is going to be good. And I think that's what I like most about it, is that the way I'm thinking is like early game versus mid game versus late game, and how at different stages, certain aspects of your country can be better or worse for you. And I think that's a good thing. Current impact of 10 towards serfdom. Oh, this isn't maxed out. Oh, I thought this was maxed out. Well, that makes serfdom even better. This is great. But there was one that helped with food, and I believe it's traditional economy. I believe is what it does. I missed it. Here we go. Capital economy versus traditional economy. Capital economy country will have cheaper buildings, lower bank interest rates, and higher production efficiency, while food production is reduced. Traditional country will produce more raw materials, produce more food, and have a higher population capacity, but buildings will be more expensive. I think a traditional country is going to be so incredibly strong. Obviously in the late game, you're going to want to switch over to a capital economy. But I think just the ability to produce more raw materials and more food and have more pops is going to be so strong in a game about snowballing, as most strategy games are, that I'm a little worried it might be too unbalanced. And you might always want to go traditional. And I don't know how you would naturally be pushed towards capital in most instances. When you get money, it doesn't matter how much the buildings cost. Exactly. And again, capital economy is more focused on, it says more focused on earning money, particularly from trades in towns and cities. But if I have all the raw resources I could ever want by going serfdom with a traditional country, and then I produce more food for my peasants that are consuming more food, and I can have more people, I just feel like this is going to scale a lot better than this. But I could be wrong. Haven't played it. But I did notice that combination, and a little worried it might be too strong. We can go over the other ones real quick. I really like this dev diary. I think the idea is cool. And I know it's a kind of adaptation / evolution of EU2 and EU3's sliders, but I've never played with them, so. We have spiritualist versus humanist. Spiritualist country will convert pops faster, increase the amount of clergy in towns and cities, increase tolerance to true faith, reducing speed of assimilation. Humanist assimilates faster, increases tolerance, reduces speed of conversions. We have aristocracy versus plutocracy. Aristocratic country will increase the amount of diplomats you get, the amount of noble pops of cities, increase the power of nobility and the expected cost of court. Plutocratic will increase the amount of burghers, reduce the cost of court, increase trade efficiency, but dramatically increase the power of burghers. I think the real balance here is how much power does it actually give to the burghers, because plutocratic just seems better. But if it does make the burghers too powerful, then you might have to be careful at how much you go and do it. We have belligerent versus conciliatory. Belligerent countries will create Costas Belli faster, get cheaper war score costs, faster spy network constructions, but the diplomatic reputation will suffer significantly. I don't think it matters, except how they change how hegemonies work. We can talk about that at the very end of this little section, because I do think it's actually interesting, and I like what they've done with hegemonies. Conciliatory will increase the efficiency of the cabinet, loyalty of subjects, improve the diplomatic reputation, but CBs will be far more difficult. It's great. Quality versus quantity. Quality will recover morale faster, gain bonus to military tactics, and have a far higher initiative, but the maintenance cost will be higher. Quantity will have higher possible frontage, cheaper armies, less food consumed by armies, but the initiative will be far worse in battle. I think both of these sound pretty good, so you just kind of have to choose what you want at the time. I don't actually have any problems with this. Offensive versus defensive. So offensive gives you army movement speed, and more siege ability and better assault ability, but your fort defense absolutely tanks. While defensive, you get less movement speed, but more fort defense, more combat speed, and cheaper fort maintenance. I think this is definitely going to be one that you don't want at the extremes on either side, but I'm not sure. The reduction of army movement speed in defensive feels weird to me. I get that it's to be the offset to the army movement speed in offensive, but I don't know why being defensive lowers the army movement speed. That's the one weird thing about it. And then we have land versus naval, which thankfully does not just give you land combat bonuses or naval combat bonuses, because then the correct option would always to be choose land, like in every single situation, maybe 99%. But actually, it is not about military attributes, or at least not only military attributes. A land country will trace proximity quicker over land, trade over land, have larger RGOs, but trade over sea is more expensive. Meanwhile, a naval country will trace proximity quicker over water, trade over water, maritime presence is faster, but trade over land is more expensive. I think this is cool. I think it's a cool way to show land-based empires and naval-based empires. Though, again, traditionalist with serfdom, larger RGOs. I got a feeling that some inland land-focused countries are going to have some crazy amount of raw resource production if you can get your nation set up that way. We already went over that. Capital versus this. We have individualism versus communalism. Individualistic will have higher morale in its armies and navies and a faster migration speed for pops, but lower estate satisfaction. A communalist country will have a lower satisfaction threshold for pops to join rebels, far cheaper to revoke privileges. Mercantilism versus free trade. I don't really know what to think about this one, but free trade looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. More trade advantage, more trade efficiency, and more burger trade capacity, less market protection, which I think that means that, I don't remember what it means. But I'm assuming that if you have these bonuses, you don't really need. Still struggles with the same problems that EU4. People live on land, not sea. Sooner or later, you'll become a land country. Well, that's not the purpose of land versus naval, is the thing. Land versus naval is determining where do you get your money from. That's what it is. It's an economic slider. Are you going to be trading over land, or are you going to be trading over water? Because remember, maritime presence is extremely important if you want to trade over water. So I don't actually think it's too bad. But again, we just have to wait to see how it plays out. We have outward versus inward. Outward country has a higher power protection, higher diplo capacity, faster migration to colonies, lower cultural tradition growth. Inward has higher crown power, higher control, faster cultural tradition growth. Colonial migration will be slow. There's liberalism versus absolutism. Higher cultural capacity, easy to get requests to parliament. Absolutist has cheaper to revoke state privileges, quicker integration. But yeah, I like the sliders. I think they're cool. But yeah, the traditional serfdom seems really strong. And then the last thing that I want to just quickly look at here for the Tinto of talking is I just wanted to show I believe it's country ranks feedback. And there's one specific thing about hegemons that I like. I guess two. All great powers have negative opinion of -25 of each other. That's great. Love that. Hopefully that breaks up alliance blocks. But hegemonies. They've changed a lot of things to hegemonies. Hegemony system is not unlocked by advances, but instead they become available directly when the Age of Discovery starts. But this is the part I like. Why, you may ask? Well, this is important in the new mechanics. You no longer actively decide to become a hegemon, but the hegemon is proclaimed on you by being the strongest in a particular area. And you can get multiple hegemonies. Now, that does mean that you can get pretty strong, right? You get more bonuses for being a hegemon. But there is a very key thing here, which is that, of course, all countries distrust a hegemon. So for every hegemony you hold, you get minus 20 opinion from every country and an extra 20% impact on aggressive expansion. Also increases expected court costs and a monthly prestige gain. So I think this is going to be the way that large countries, probably player countries, are going to be kept in check, where you can't just blob out of control. I mean, eventually aggressive expansion is probably just a number, right? But if you keep getting larger in every single way, you will just stack this minus 20 opinion with everyone, and you'll stack 20% for each aggressive expansion impact. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hegemonies. So you can get up to 100% more aggressive expansion from just being a hegemon, and you can't decide to not be a hegemon. Even if you lose a war, you keep your hegemony now. So I think that'll be interesting, and I think it'll be a good way to maybe keep the players in check and keep them focused on development. Now, they didn't exactly say how much of an advantage you needed in the Age of Discovery to become a hegemon. Like, if I have one more heavy ship than someone else, do I really deserve to have naval hegemony? Probably not. But that can always be worked around. I think I have an idea of how they are trading. If you go with land, you are conquering stuff in the New World. If you take naval, you are just trying to take specific ports and don't want to produce the goods yourself, but have others do it for you. Prime example of that being the Netherlands, which famously took relatively little land until the 1800s, and instead just took a ton of goods from everywhere and brought them back to the Netherlands to refine. Yeah, exactly. New meta, delete your army. True. Delete your army, lose your hegemony, bada bing, bada boom, you are good. And hey, Candy, how you doing? All right. That's all I had to say on the Tinto Talks for now. Just wanted to give a brief overview of those. There were a couple that I missed that we didn't go over, but that's okay. Can't go over all of them. We've got gaming to do. Gaming. Change this over. Anybody have any thoughts on any of the other Tinto Talks that we didn't go over? To do PLP, hello, how you doing? Or the Tinto Talks that we did go over. Ever big practice gaming? It is. We are going to convert immediately, probably before we even unpause, because we need to for our mission tree. Would have been nice to have gotten the Center of Reformation, just saying, but it's fine. We'll just convert everything manually. There is one big stopgap in our mission tree currently, and that is that we need 40 regiments fully drilled. And our force limit is 44. So I have to just sit here and drill for a while if we want to complete that mission. Which is... yeah, you know, gonna kind of suck. I'm getting moved to the second monitor. I will enjoy the second monitor. Drill, baby, drill. Yeah. Yep. That's right. We will cover manpower at least. That's true. That's true. We have a trade center conversion. I don't know. Good question. We'll find out. All right. So we are playing Bhuvauri. This is the second day of the Bhuvauri run. Yesterday we got off to a pretty good start. It's been 40 years, almost on the dot, a couple months off. We have secured a lot of our trade node and are pushing. into the high bin trade node, which is worthless, to be honest with you. It's a starter node, but that's okay. We've gotten through a little bit of our mission tree here. We're really focused on wanting to do the right side because we need to get rid of distrustful populace. Right now, it's giving us 5% dev cost, minus 25% national manpower, plus 400% merc maintenance and cost, 0.01 monthly war exhaustion, 50% cost to reducing war exhaustion, 25% increase to advisor cost, and plus 5 minimum autonomy. We really, really want to get rid of that. It's pretty brutal. But in order to do that, I need 40 regiments at full army drill. Luckily, we have 40 regiments. We're over our governing capacity. I do want to be doing some wars down in Sarhal. We're kind of in a situation where we need to choose drill or fight. Now, how much would I get if I start drilling? I need 0.83 a month. That's it? Okay. I mean, that's not great. That's going to take quite a while to get it up to max. What's my AE at? My AE in Rahen, kind of high. Kind of a little bit high. But down here, it's like none. When do I get uniforms again? At 20. We get it at 20, and we are not there yet. Unfortunately. We are at 11.12, and I don't have the mill points to just spam it out either. So, part of the problem here. Go conquer Saul and get power from that land. True. True. And the autonomy doesn't matter as much down here. But I do want to start taking my claims. We're probably just going to start going after these guys. Even though I would love to take all this from Lot to Kong, push up into one Shia before the command does. Well, number one, he allied beyond Fang and Quebec to Lenny, so that's a little unfortunate. But I can easily get around that. Oh, no, he didn't ally. He's guaranteed. Lot to Kong is allied to my ally, Semferong. Great. Lucius, hello. How you doing? I am live. I did build a trade flagship. That's why I'm moving out of port right now. The Hirshad, which gives us +2 trade power per ship in fleet, +1 fleet movement speed, and 1% monthly chance of admiral skill gain on mission. That's what we're moving out. You cannot drill. Let's move you down south. That'll be good. Mission on the right side. We need 15 provinces that have temples and barracks. So we need to focus on that. Pretty badly. I'm going to build that workshop, though, because it's very good. Temple, which is a school. I guess we just start building them. Even if they might not be the most valuable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that's gonna be all the temples that we need. Lucius, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. AE is high in Rahen specifically. In Sarhal, we have basically none. And Lucius, thank you for the prime. Thank you. Your Anbennar second screen buddy is actually alive. I am alive. Not dead. I don't think. As far as I'm aware, I am still there. Still here. We do need governing capacity. I can get 15% national tax. I bet this goes up to 20 if I can get them more loyal. But the upper castes are more consistently upset with me. But we do have access to call the Intercaste Council, which can give us 10% loyalty and influence to all of our estates. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, look, that's 20% now. I wonder what the other bonuses are. Making our estates very powerful, but so be it. And I'm going to give out the land grants for the upper castes for the governing capacity. Then I would love to give out like generous quest rewards to the adventurers so they're more loyal all the time. Only 5% crown land, so let's do that. Then we're going to summon the Diet. Don't want to go to war with Haraxdata. I don't want to build a spy network on the command. You want me to fire someone? Who? No, I'm not going to fire my half-price. No. You want me to fire my improved relations guy? I'd rather not. That I can do. I'm going to go take that right now. Then I'm going to seize land. Put you in half. Go deal with those guys. We're going to move our troops over to the other place. I need to convert immediately. Wait, can I convert with rebels in my country? Yes. So right now, we are high philosophy, which does give us minus 20% stab cost, which is super nice, and +1 possible advisors, but we are going to switch on over to Suhan's Practice, or Praxis, which will give us 10% infantry combat ability, 2% missionary strength versus heretics. We're going to go ahead and do that. The Schools of Suhan's Praxis. We have recently seen the wisdom of the Guru, Suhan. His insight is the best way to live our lives in society so that we might ascend to the heights of the high gods is clearly of vital importance. However, now that we have joined the ranks of philosophers, it's clear that among their ways of thought, they are also quite divided as to what certain key reliefs and friezes mean that they have been found in the high temples. Several different schools of learning have appeared at our court. To whom shall we turn for the wisdom? Bhuvauri will follow the doctrines synthetic truth. +1 yearly prestige, minus 5% tech cost. Now, I wonder if that's because of the current family we have in charge. Ooh, we have religious power? And I can invite scholars. Yeah. But can I still invite scholars from different peoples? Different homies? Like Sempharong is Silk Turban? Maybe if I improve relations with them, I can get them over here. I don't know. We need 150 opinion anyways. So we can just improve and try it out. Some schools reject it, others are okay. Oh, okay. No more yapping. Did you miss something important? We just went over some of the Tinto talks. That's really the only big thing we talked about. Not dead? Prove it. I'm talking right now. Pretty sure that makes me alive. Okay, so we still get Visvatma. So that doesn't go away, even though we've converted. But we do have some religious powers here. Debate the nature of Praxis. Gain missionary strength of school origin provinces. Liberation of the sexes. We can gain leader cost and advisor cost reductions. All walk the Niti Kamarja. Gain loyalty of the lower and middle castes and burghers. We don't have burghers. Okay. Diplomacy of the Gurus. Gain Diplo Rep and improve relations. That sounds nice. Horizons of the Mind. Gain tech cost reductions and more Inno gain. That's crazy. Promote unity of the schools. Lose 5 years of separatism and high philosophy in Suhan's Practice provinces. And paradigmatic zeal. Morale of armies and morale of navies. On top of that, we get 10% infantry combat ability. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Well, we have 20% religious unity now, so that's not great. We might want to go religious second. It might be a religious game. Anytime that you have church power, religious is pretty good. Some tags that can't convert don't have casts and have burgers. Okay. Would love to see you do a one-shia around the current patch. Tried a few times, but the command is just too much without crippling debt. Well, I think the best way to do one-shia would be if everybody joins the war against the command, and then you pray that the AI works with you a little bit. That's probably your best bet. But yeah, I do know, as Astera says, that Shia is being reworked. So I will await. I will await that for happening. Just like I awaited the Bhuvauri mission tree for so long. And let's get back to protecting trade here. We go from 63% control to 69%. That's a 2 ducat difference, which I think just barely pays off the flagship. Philosophical turmoil. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't start a war. Let's go back. I don't know what that's going to do, but I'm only assuming it's nothing good. Only assuming. Excellent diplomacy. 10 prestige or 25 diplo. I will take that prestige. Half-orcs spread through the cities. Where once the Burakama were low in number dispersed throughout the realm. Now they congregate within Shramaya and allow us to introduce them to our academies. While many within the three families were hesitant to allow orcs into the Adasa for fear of their undoubtedly savage nature, these half-orcs are a different matter. With the strength and resilience of Burakama, the Adasa would surely have a fearsome frontline force, yet tempered with the better judgment of their human half. And so the Adasa grows rich from its diversity. Regularly spread half-orcs minorities through your provinces that have 10 development. Okay. You shouldn't auto missionary while you convert. It's going to focus the wrong places. Since you have a limited time bonus, you should focus the hardest provinces first. Do I have a limited time bonus? Nope. Oh, yep. I do. You are correct. You are, in fact, correct on that one. Let's get our main cities done first. Ping Hoi wants knowledge sharing. I'll take their money. But they do need to die. Ping Hoi needs to die soon. Sooner rather than later. Get you improving with neighboring countries. Just try and make people like me as much as possible. Oh, I said I was going to mention why Jad is actually going to be a problem. Their current leader is a scholar patron of the arts, which gives them minus 10% tech cost, which offsets the penalty of plus 10% tech cost from their government reform. So Jad is not going to fall behind on tech. And they are killing Eva Vayubaya. So that's cool too. Three families rotate power. We now have 524 in charge. Minus 10% idea cost, though. Just offsets this free thinker. And incorruptible. Sweet. Yeah, let's go ahead and drill. And we can, in fact, finish plutocratic ideas. We'll get 20% more manpower recovery speed, 10% middle caste loyalty equilibrium, and 25% provincial trade power modifier. That should also help us with our trade, especially when it comes to our trade companies. Whoa. I didn't even pay attention. I didn't realize that we were having a rebellion. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. Foreign plots. We don't use Republican tradition, so I will take the money. Take the monies, and it will be grand and glorious. I don't think there's any reason to not take tech at the moment, so I'm going to do it. That gives us access to our second idea group. Should probably be religious, even though the policy is pretty bad. More missionary strength and more religious power is kind of necessary. Yeah, all those bonuses were really good. So we're going to go religious, and we're going to flip over to an admin focus here. Because we should catch up on mill on time. You get back to drilling. I'm not converting. This is... Okay, we're just going to go speed 4. We're going to vibe. We're going to vibe today, and I'm not going to throw. Oops. That's still being converted. Or, cord. Mostly we need to focus, because if I mess this up, we're going to die to the command. Now, we do have accepted culture slots. We could accept Rizbeko, or we could just convert all of Rizbeko away. I don't necessarily hate the idea of converting it all away if we're going religious. Like, this is all pretty low development. I know that I have slots, but wouldn't it be better to use those slots on larger culture groups? guess I have 5 slots available. Yeah, we'll accept Rizbeko for now. And we can always get rid of it later on. Change our minds. Also, yeah, Jad is going to take out Avuyabaya, so our conflict with Jad is probably going to be sooner rather than later. We will hopefully get to Tech 9 first. We do get new infantry, right? Yeah. They're not great infantry, but we do get them. And then we can probably beat Jad if we can bleed him out. We can push him, hopefully, out of our area. He will convert a bunch, though, most likely. And he's going to get this guy as a vassal, it looks like. Jad moment. You aren't a giga-wide tag either? They want me to take all of Rahen. Well, all of Rahen not owned by the command. Specifically, I think it's cotton and silk provinces. Man, how am I supposed to get army drill if I have to go fight rebels every 2 seconds? I'm gonna lose all my army drill. What's unless he taxing all Hellas? It's either us or the command. Ooh. Nice, the Center of Reformation is converting one of our provinces. Well, that's very nice of them. Our supply limit here? I do. Let's go to supply limit. You can drill move, just drill the end of the month for 1 day. Yeah, I guess you can do that. That's true. That feels like a lot of micromanaging, though. Of course, the moment I start re-drilling, they rise up. Yeah, alright. Alright. Whatever. Move back here. Reinforcements are very expensive. So you're making 544 a month here. Ooh. Anti-caste riots. Disaster, a small protest which started due to a farmer being harshly punished for insolence towards a member of the upper caste has now turned into a full riot. While it appears to have originally been a riot against the harshness of the punishment, we now suspect that a malicious group of anti-caste folk are firing the farmers even more and have also pushed for laborers to join them. They have now come forth as the ringleaders and coordinators and may pose a large threat to our rule. We could crack down harshly on all protesters and rioters, but this may worsen our relations with the lower caste significantly. We can also just kill the ringleaders and scare the rest into laying down their weapons. A last resort would be to promise concessions. We need to promise to make concessions. We need to get our caste fluidity down to completely fluid. So right now we're at the very top end of neutral. Brings us about halfway down. So this is not great. It is what it is. But Teleni is going to kill Ma Huang. Yeah, well, we killed Han Sai only for Kebeti Teleni to take up the mantle. Little bit unfortunate, that one. Read the religion description. Yeah. Established by Guru Suhan in the late 1400s, Suhan's practice is a variant on the traditional high philosophy. While it still strives to discover the wisdom of the high gods, so as to bring its practitioners to a more enlightened state of being, the practice rejects the notion that there are multiple paths to wisdom, or that debates will yield wisdom for all involved parties. Instead, Suhan's teachings espouse the belief that true wisdom, and thus the path of the high gods, is found in pulling moral teachings from all of the major philosophies, while denouncing the social and political structures, such as the Raheni caste and the patriarchal family structure, that those philosophies have been used to justify in the past. Based. Our max manpower is 36,000, but it's minus 25% less because of distrustful populace, and minus 10% from well-maintained infrastructure, which is a privilege we've given out. And then manpower recovery speed reduced by 10% because the upper castes are mad at me. Hey, you want to be my vassal? No. Okay. I'll just leave you to die then. Lacy Priest, sorry. This is what I'm saying. This is why I just put it on automatic. I've been spoiled. For so long, I've been using the auto thing now. Now I don't even think about using the other one. It was a barracks that I needed for this mission, right? Yeah. Ooh. Hey, look. Yeah. I can take Diplotech. I need to grab this missionary. Can I get the mages to be loyal? Wait, lower caste gives me religious power? Damn. I cannot get the mages loyal. Then I'm just going to take this missionary. And I'm going to take Diplotech. Then I'm going to convert somewhere else. I guess we'll just do this whole state first. The schism spills into violent conflict. When one walks the path to Protara, they must not focus on only one of its constituents, lest they be torn from it. For if they only follow the cobble, or the dirt, or the trampled grass, then the totality of their journey shall elude them, and thus, so too, shall the destination. Guru Suhan. The path once broken has been reformed, and Suhan now leads us down the multifaceted trail. Yet those shards, in part fused again, will not simply join the new harmony peacefully. Smoke rises from the ears of scholars in the base of buildings. The debates of educated philosophers have departed the temples and entered the countryside. Innumerable local power brokers still cling to the old ways, fruitlessly fighting back against the tide. Yet their strife has borne fruit, and the specter of revolt now ravages the countryside. Swift action must be taken, else the path is left trampled and ruined. These leaders may only see sense through force, which gives us more missionary strength versus heretics. Or we must follow Suhan's example and approach this in peace and tolerance. No. No. No peace and tolerance. This is Beyond Fang, right? Yeah. Let's let our guys get some morale back. No peace, no tolerance, no quarter. I'm just trying to make sure here that everywhere that has a temple also has a barracks. Go. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 14. What am I missing? I'm missing one. I don't know. We'll let it go for now. We can let it time out? Yeah, we can. But we can click it now. We'll win. You're gonna have some rebels rise up. I'm being told I have high philosophy zealots. I'm gonna say no. That's cap. Oh, they occupied it automatically. We love automatic occupation. We love automatic occupation. Get rid of these so-called rebels. You now need a barracks. Now we don't have additional missionary strength here against non-heretics, so I'm not going to worry about that for now. Heretics first, heathens later. Handleback, you think Army Plan is hidden now until every race is integrated? What does doing Stalwart showed up at the end? Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. The command declares Great War on Beyond Fang. Beyond Fang has allied Lot de Kong. This may be a A wartime? I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, convert. Convert. Get rid of this edict here. That'll be good. Where do you get centaurs in Rahen? You can have Pops migrate to you. I'm gonna half state that for now. I'd love to full state it, but I think it's more important that I get up to the missionary strength. There's that. We're here. I need to go to war. Is going to war up here the correct play at the moment? What? Allied the... Are you serious? That's annoying. Unless it's not. He doesn't even have control of his capital right now. I do have a subjugation CB. I can force Semferog to break the alliance. EP list? The Raj is technically number 2, but they're not actually. They're all at least Tech 7. I mean, I'm Tech 7. Might be a little bit late to Tech 8. I can force you to break that alliance. Right. I think we're going to do that. Walking the path. One prong of Shema's plan to convert the populace centered on the employment of mixed groups of soldiers and philosophers called Jiridihana. The specific structure and number of men varied from state to state, but their key mission was the same: spread the word of Suhan by walking the world in accordance with his doctrine, while keeping a detailed account of their comings and goings. Shema's hope was always that these Jirir Atura Dihana would help to reach the more distant groups of potential converts deep within the rural areas of Bhuvauri. However, they have yet to achieve this goal. Many of our rural subjects are not keen on converting to Suhan's doctrine. The Orange Sash School especially holds a stranglehold over these groups, entrenching them in familial tradition. Some have even gone as far to ambush the Jirir Atura Dihana on the trail as they walk. The issue has been raised in court several times now, but Shema has finally been pushed for a decision. Unrest or... yeah, just give me the unrest. I don't care. It don't matter. Man, Jad, Raj wants to get next door. Everything's under control. Well... yeah. I mean, once she is not a threat. I could ally them. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. No alliance allowed. Walk up to the border. Get this done. Prospering times in this jungle province. I'm going to go with better... go rural. The admin points would have been nice, but not really anything. Oh, right. Latakong is at war with the command. The command occupying anything in here right now? No. Seems like a perfect time. Semferong, break that alliance. Thank you. Latakong. It's time for you to become a subject of mine. I don't want to co-belligerize. This is what the war's actually going to look like. Most of the subjects are disloyal, though. Doesn't really matter. The only real threat is Quebec-Tilleni, and they're behind by 1 technology. Just got to make sure that we keep converting. What's religious unity? Thank you. No navies to worry about, I don't think. Technically, Rebecca Kerr has one. All of this is completely exposed. I really do need some forts over here. No way they already got there. Come on, man. That's okay. They can't take anything from it. It's not the end of the world. National unrest +2. Sure, we're getting a little bit too much unrest for my comfortability, but is what it is. Let's pop these ships out. We can walk over here. Haramari Minister. A half-price advisor? Sounds great. If it's the Commandant, we can't hire him, though. So here's hoping for... I don't know, Philosopher, I guess? Is that it? Looks like it. Let's try and get Radical Reforms, though. I haven't gotten it yet. That would be pretty sweet. Don't even need a general for that fight. Oh, is this unoccupied now? It is. You know what? End leave, I will hire you as a general. Let's see how it goes. 57%? 57? 3 siege. Okay. Prefer you on the siege, but that's okay. Turn off the edict. And convert here. And now I think we're good to put it to auto conversions. We're going to have most of our large provinces converted. So I'm not all too concerned about it. I'll make sure to throw on the Enforced Religious Unity Edict down on the main provinces, and then they should just do it automatically. All right. First target, let's go after... I mean, the Raj has 2 forts. We can go get started on this. I'm so very nervous about Jad. Switch generals around. This might be a bit too greedy. Ooh. Okay, you turn around. Come fight. You're gonna go after the Raj. We definitely do not want him to take our subject's capital. That would be most unfortunate. We can get rid of these 1K stacks. We can grab this capital on the way. Our Master of Mint has died. That's what I get for trying to get radical reforms. I'll fire 2 people. If we don't get Master of Mint there, then I'm going to switch back to our better advisors. Alright, there he is. Level 1, though, so let's hope that we get it quickly. Please, oh please, oh please. What's my force limit? 47? Let's split this stack up so we're not taking attrition. Let's get 3 more cannons so we can be sieging on 2 fronts. This guy has a war wizard. So let's let him cross onto the island. Hopefully. And then we can trap him there. Is the hope. He might just come back and sit on this province again. That is what he's doing. I'm going to send you over to help support this 12k stack. I don't know what this war wizard's planning, but I don't like it. We have time to relieve the siege of Lapland Amrik, so I'm not going to rush over there. We move down to help out. You can now move back over. Now, Tiltagar, are you loyal? Yes. Yes, he is. Now, oh, okay. Actually, we have to split up our armies here. You bastard. You son of a bitch. 49,000 troops. You just had 2. You slimy little rat. That's what I have to say about the Raj. Slimy little rat. The unwritten code. In the aftermath of their freedom, the victorious freedmen of Bhuvauri were split between those who, riding high on their victory and far from their homes, wanted to remain in Rahen, and those who wanted to return home as soon as possible. Unable to agree, the supporters of Sky Eye returned to Sarhal, while the followers of Zelazka, who would have a difficult time reaching Bulwar with the rest of the Raj in the way and still hostile, remained in Sramaya with many Fingualans, and those Dakinchi who did not follow Abazima Sky Eye. Thus were established the Unwritten Code, a sort of informal alliance between these 3 families, with nominal control of the defense of the realm granted to a member of each family in a rotation, but otherwise the 3 families remained autonomous within the borders of Bhuvauri. This loose system helped keep the peace between the 3 groups until the rise of Suhan, when the system began to crumble in a most unexpected way. Minus 20% stab cost modifier. What do they mean by that? What do they mean by that? It began to crumble. Okay, we just got to make a run for the Raj's capital now. Cannot believe he hired some works. We just have to overstack this siege. I'm a little worried that he'll move back and try and get us. To get out of this disaster, we need 90% religious unity. We can do a religious action. The reduced tech cost would be kind of nice. We're about to take Miltech. The improved relations, also kind of tempting. I'm gonna go with the improved relations. Guru's good at diplomacy. There you go. +1 Diplo rep, 20% improved relations for 10 years. Pretty good. We're getting everything converted over. Guru's good. There you go. That simple. Gotta get the Raj out of this. The command demands our subjugation. We went with they will accept it. Cool. Very cool. So the command gets stronger. Meanwhile, I'm not really getting stronger. Well, that's something. They got one of their sieges back. We're gonna island trap some people, including the War Wizard, which is actually massive. We don't need to overstack this siege anymore. We just need to come back and fight one of the War Wizards. They have multiple War Wizards. You can see an AI insubordination. I mean, it's possible. Semfrong wants to offer me a loan of 30 crowns. No thanks. I don't know if you've heard Semfrong, but I'm filthy rich. I'm going to give them the opportunity to walk away. Never mind. We just wiped them anyways. We're built different. I guess we do have pretty high army quality, to be fair. They are pretty good. And the Raj does not have that same army quality. Don't really want to fight this war wizard if we don't have to. We just need the Raj's capital to fall and we'll be set. Do need to fight Kibet Taleni though. Now you. You are about to have a very bad day. I'm sorry to tell you. A very, very bad day. The Raj, I have 20%. I'm definitely taking war reps off of him. And I could just break his alliance with Feng Bang. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Get out of my war. And then before Feng Bang can make any more allies... What? No, he's not. You're lying. Thank you. Before he can get any allies, we're going to declare war because we need that province. I will take that Inno. Thank you. I also need one more Temple Barracks province. That's pretty good. Works out. That does it right there. Okay. That solves that problem. You're moving up there. You're coming back to support. Let's get a stack onto Kibet Taleni's capital. Remember, I did not co-belligerize Kibet Taleni. I'm going to break their alliance with Gandifa, though. I'll take war reps. I could also get a humiliate. That's probably what I'll do. I'll humiliate him. Even though I do need his land, keeping power projection up is important for our monarch point income. And then after this, I guess I'm probably going to go to Sarhal. Would assume that's what I do, though that won't help with my religious unity. Be honest. Okay, let's back you off. Make sure you don't die. Drill for 10 years? Yeah, I don't know. Sitting here drilling for 10 years does not sound great. It sounds like I'm giving the command 10 years to expand while I sit here doing nothing. It's a little worrying. I could ally Chinbin Rung. It's not the worst alliance in the world. I'll improve that. Salting Old Wounds. In the year 289, the first Jaga Bharata Council of Rayavashapal led to the second great schism of high philosophy. The once united tradition split into three over the nature of Atma. Debates regarding its compartmentalization, distribution, and transmutability led to the precursors of the Ascendant Soul and Starry Eye splitting from the precursors of the Golden Palace School. Suhan's practice stresses the truth found throughout the teachings of all schools of high philosophy. One way in which it does so is by arguing for a middle path, a mutable nature of Atma, dependent upon the nature and the beliefs of the self. Several local officials following the Golden Palace and Starry Eye schools see the recent schism as a rehashing of this centuries-old problem. For once united against a common enemy and with righteous fury, they have made calls for violence throughout the province. The two parties now openly fleeing mud and arrow alike, not only against agents of the Adesiddata, but also against within their own schools who refuse to accept their stance. The populace has been caught in the crossfire. Send additional troops or strip the officials of their titles and banish them. Where is that province? We're going to strip them of their titles once we get this 28% siege. Damn. I was hoping that the manifesting would work. Oh, they're going to get this. We might still be able to contest it. What? Scammed. Scammed. They moved. How dare they? Now, I think I want to release Fang Ban as a march. I'm pretty sure. I'll recheck the mission. Yo, a war wizard? My subject has a war wizard? Huge. Why don't you attach? Love of the devoted. Nice. Beyond Fang has entered a military alliance with Kibet Teleni. Well, that can't stand. Sorry. Nothing personal. But that alliance, I do not agree to. I know that I was not consulted. Don't care. Not allowed. You must ask for my permission if you want to do that. There is someone you forgot to ask. Exactly. Me. Simral's Folly. If one wishes to enter the library of the High Temple in Kibet Teleni, they are first met with the gleaming visage of the High God of Knowledge, Simral, his form gracing the double doors, which are the primary entrance. Inside lies one of the best preserved ancient writing collections in Hellas. Ancient clay tablets and papyrus scrolls line the granite walls. Small lanterns lit by magic illuminate the scripts and associated reading areas, and prominently featured on the back of the building is the mosaic commonly referred to as Simral's Folly. Built of hand-painted glass tesserae, the mosaic depicts Simral floating amongst the clouds on a sunny day as flecks of gold and silver meet his crossed legs. From his sky perch, he stretches the progression to the left hand of the scene. There, within the jungle below, an army of black dots, barely perceptible, move blocks to a massive foundation where a half-finished tower built of white stone blocks rises into the sky. More importantly, though, Simral seems to be startled by whatever used to be on the right-hand side of the mosaic. Upon the spot lies large gashes and innumerable missing tiles that have rendered whatever used to be there indecipherable. Debate upon what used to be there runs rampant, but whatever it was is long since lost to history. Looking upon the replicated mural and associated library, Shima considers the meaning of the artworks. I could become careful, or I could get more institution spread and cheaper administrative advisor costs for 10 years. I think 150 crowns for 2 base production in our capital is well worth it. The cycle of creation and destruction must be key to Pertara. Cancel cores? What cores? These ones were already cored a long time ago. You no longer need to attach. So I guess, Kibet Teleni, the peace deal has changed. I need you to give me war reps, humiliate, and break your alliance with Beyond Fang. I'd also like 575 crowns. Skimming stones. In Chimokeos, a small hamlet finds itself facing a peculiar and mysterious series of events. People are being randomly struck by little pebbles, yet no one has witnessed anyone throwing them. While these attacks haven't resulted in fatalities, they have engendered a pervasive sense of paranoia among the local populace, disrupting their daily activities. After dismissing the possibility of mischievous children being behind these incidents, the local magistrate suspects the involvement of a taunting spirit, one that might be shapeless, skilled at concealment, or even embodied within the stones themselves. The magistrate seeks permission to gather these stones and relocate them to a secure place, hoping that this action might put an end to the attacks. No, I don't care. It's 6 development. It is in fact tech time, you are right. Mages are not making it more expensive. Let's go ahead. Well, hold on. What, 63 religious power right now? Is it worth waiting for? No, because I'm going to max out anyways. I've been temporarily demoted to first monitor content as you've closely aspired for that. I think that's a promotion, is it not? Getting to the main monitor is a promotion, not a demotion. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. Because then you're not distracted from my glorious gameplay. Which, honestly, what a blessing. Now you can see me make every mistake in more detail. Let's go with that 3% missionary strength. That is going to do wonders for helping us get all of the heathen provinces converted. And that's going to help us get through this religious disaster. Second monitor content is the height of compliments? I don't know. 4K throw TV. True. True. The best way to get frustrated at me making a different move than you would while playing. Put me in 4K. I mean, regimental camps would go kind of great right now. Missions. Sugar and spices. 5 Diplo dev and a workshop. Okay. Workshop. Why did it not highlight the other one? It did. I'm just dumb. Workshop. Third monitor content would be an insult? Third monitor? What would you even do with the third monitor? Isn't that like a Discord monitor? I don't even know what I would do with the third one. There are a few times when I wish I had a third one, such as when I'm playing Mayo and Taxes. But other than that, what do you even do with it? Yo, he's here! Suhan travels to Sramaya. Originally teaching in the western interior of Rahen, Suhan's entourage has departed from the dusty drylands bordering the Marutha and found its way downriver to the coastal cities of Sramaya and Raghamadeshi coast. With this mob of religious zealots and preachers comes a fever of fervor that will strike the population of these lands like a thunderbolt and set rolling the great avalanche of religious strife and conflict between those who believe and those who cling to their traditional ways. For his part, the guru seems convinced of his mission, despite the danger that comes from operating among so many who might want him dead, and shows no intention of turning from the path of spreading his message to all who will hear. He walks a dangerous path. Now we have the center of reformation. Or for your stream, ask the chat monitor. Oh, that's so smart. That would be actually pretty good. Though I use my second monitor for that. But like a chat monitor that's like right here off to the side of the camera, that's like a small one, would be pretty sweet. But you know, I didn't ask for that for Christmas, which seems like a bit of an oversight on my part, now that I think about it. Throwing you in real life. Uh-oh. Where's the command marching to now? Hold on, let's read it. Command's on the march. Every 4th year, the Kenu Ike of the command meets to decide policy, make strategic decisions, and determine the course of the command's conquest. The successful conclusion of the previous campaign has heralded the arrival of another one, and this time it is aimed near us. Luckily, the command is not subtle with its direction. News of hobgoblin troop movements have already made their way to our ears. Over the next few decades, the command will stop at nothing to conquer the territory it set its sights on. Okay, well that's not really near me. That sounds like a skill issue for Rajat Haga. But that's going to be a very fast campaign. Literally just 2 wars. Well, it's going to be more than 2 wars, but there's only 2 tags they need to kill. One of them is allied to the Raj, though. And the Raj is consolidating. They're doing the Raj thing where like the Raj fails, but they're able to annex people. And so they're starting to recover. Walking the path. One prong of Shema's plan to convert the populace centered on the employment of mixed groups of oh, we already read this. You must give up. Mysterious magics. Thank you. Increase centaur tolerance. That's cool. That's pretty neat. Put in half. Go here. Have it turn to the side for reading? What do you mean turn to the side? Oh, the monitor? That's pretty smart too. You guys are pretty smart sometimes. Alright, commit to Lenny. No, still? You... Look, commit to Lenny. The longer we sit here fighting, the stronger the command becomes. So if we could just, like, get through the... What happened to our Kellen? They freaking died. They're super dead. Damn. Damn. Ooh, the end of philosophical turmoil. The Niti Karmaja must inherently involve suffering, for to reach Pertara is to sever yourself from the bonds that tie you to this plane. Those temporal needs must be broken. On bloody feet, with bloody hands, we walk the righteous sevenfold path. Dikana Pichka. All is suffering till that faithful moment of true freedom. Unknown author, Brahmkala of Tianlu High Temple. The fighting has at last come to an end. The bloodstains marking the pristine white marble upon the high temples will take years to clean out of the stone, and many families will never know peace again. But at the very least, the worst is over. The nation can begin to recover in the light of a new day and face her challenges anew. We tread down the long path into the future. We gain 50 admin points. Please commit to Lenny, please. Thank you. About damn time. Jerk. Make me sit in this war for way longer than I wanted to. Now I really got no manpower. Well, I guess we are going to be drilling for the next 10 years. I don't know. If I sit here and wait, Jad may annex Hisat Yamak. And then I have to fight Jad for these 3 provinces. But I'm out of manpower, so what am I supposed to do? You go here. Let me check the missions. Do I need to release this dude? Bhuvauri. Okay, if Fingpan must be a subject, or I need 5,000 ducats, Fingpan needs opinion. I guess it also counts if I own it. If we do it this way, we just get +2 local goods produced. So I think we'll just keep it for ourselves. Do slave provinces give you more manpower? As far as I know. I'm going to force religion. Oh, I can't force religion and make them a vassal. 1984. Literally 1984. Well, we'll vassalize them. Yep, he's going to be not so happy with me. Do I have... Do the casts give me the ability to get an extra... Oh, there's also the monthly admin power that I should do. This right here gives us 5% more infantry combat ability. No. No. Damn. Okay. Step back. Yeah, we'll go manpower at least 50%. What did I just see? The admin. Get that monthly admin power. That means we need to annex this guy, so that way we're not losing Diplo. Pour that up. 2 corruption for 2 base reduction down here? No, 2 base tax? Get rid of him. Need another inflation guy. Preferably. Alright, you drill. We can restore the Bim Lao necropolis for 1,000 ducats. which will give less tax and more defensiveness. But we do need to repair that, right? Like, eventually it needs to be repaired anyways. Or we're going to have a bad time. We're going to have a real bad time. So I think I'm just going to upgrade it. Click the button. And then I don't have to worry about it ever again. I can't ally Chinbin Rung. Are there any Diplo relations I can get rid of? I mean, Goakiza, technically, I don't need as an ally. They don't really do much for me. But yeah, Ping Hoi, that's a good point. I can get rid of Ping Hoi. We can improve you, which we are. Improve with this vassal, which will give us more ability to get them annexed. That yearly inflation guy back. Hey, there's no strong Dutch in the cast states. I mean, it is what it is. Sucks to suck. I'm gonna put 4 heavies out to hunt pirates in the Gulf of Rahen, so that way I don't get raided by someone. Okay, so what to do now? I mean, it could just literally be that we drill for the next 10 years, but that seems like a big waste of time. You get an extra merchant with that change? Oh, 10% construction cost. Brutal. Transfer from here. Let's turn him into a general and try and kill him as fast as possible. Pretty bad. Inghoi territory? Well, we have a truce, and my aggressive expansion is a little high with a lot of people. I need to go down into Sarhal. But if I want to complete the mission, I have to just drill. We're at 14. I could hire a couple of generals. Oh, you know what we could do? We could pass Liberation of the Sexes to gain leader cost reduction and then hire a bunch of generals. And that could get us there. Let's do that. Liberation of the Sexes. Guru Suhan preached that both sexes are equal to each other. Let us espouse that teaching in the matters of state. Plus 33% female advisor chance, can recruit female generals, minus 10% leader cost, minus 15% cost of advisors with the ruler's religion for 10 years. And now, leaders cost 37 to recruit. And look at that. Scythian was already ready to become a general right then and there. Boom. Yeah, I need... How many do I need? I need 5 more. No promises you'll get to stick around. You can only have 3 generals. Remember back in the day when you could only have generals and admirals? Like they were on the same thing? The same leader cap? That was horrendous. That was pretty bad. Go back. 2 more. Removal. Well, ooh, okay. A 4/6. Do keep in mind that we get -1 fire pips on all of our generals. Pirate Admiral, please? No. No admirals. We need to make sure that we stay caught up on tech, and then I need to do some Diplo development, which I might actually do first. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You are fired. Hey. What's going on here? My keyboard's not letting me do this. Okay, you're fired too. Okay. Now I can click State Firearm Regiments. 40% Army drill gain for 15% land maintenance. Don't really know if that's really something I like using, but if it helps me get this drill up faster, so be it. You can put me 1 over my force limit, which we can survive. By 10 declares war on Beyond Fang, how the mighty have fallen. We could take another religious idea. We might as well wait for our merchants to be strong. Or, sorry, mages to be strong. If we do that... Deeper trade efficiency guy? Absolutely. Do that will be alright. Okay, we gain 1.16 drill a month. And it really needed to be at max? Ugh. That is brutal. We'll purchase an age ability for more trade efficiency to make more money. Or we can get combat bonus and terrain of capital. Let's make some more money. 31.89 to 39.33. That's pretty good. I will admit, that's pretty good. We got all of this done. Spiritual unrest. Yeah, see, we gotta nip that in the bud. Can't risk that one. Truce with the Raj and all their vassals is over. I could take Diplotech, but I want to develop our spice and sugar provinces for that mission. No dev cost, right? No, there is the tech cost, though. Could be kind of useful. You like the age ability that gives you free money and monarch points just having non-monstrous provinces? It is very good. That is an extremely powerful... Which one is it? Monstrous rule? Yeah, of human and elven provinces, max of 40 provinces, you just gain a bunch of money. Kinda good. Earlium has the Peasants' War, which means I can see Earlium now. Oh god, we're gonna have a Mega Jad, Mega Command. Mega Chin Ben Rung, apparently? Which I said I was going to ally and then didn't. Yeah. Bhuvauri's finest. Less national manpower for more discipline. Sorry, dog. I'm not really interested. You guys running down China? Yeah, I know. I know. I see it. Okay, I see it. And I got a skill 3 Grand Captain that's 50% off, which I already have. Can I please get radical reforms? It's up to level 2. We have 1,000 money. We need to be spending money. Surge of Pilgrims. In Sardica, an unexpected influx of pilgrims has arrived earlier than usual this season, creating a clamor as they gather to pray and make offerings at the temples. Surprisingly, our infrastructure is already struggling to cope with the sheer number of visitors, and the pilgrimage season does not even officially started yet. The arrival of pilgrims not only brings increased footfall to the temples, but also attracts merchants and encourages generous donations to the local religious establishments. However, what is perhaps most significant for us is the thriving economic activity resulting... I lost my spot. Crazy. Resulting from the exchange of money during this pilgrimage. With the pilgrimage season yet to reach its peak, we can anticipate a substantial and sustained boost to the local economy in the foreseeable future. Money for 5 years. Money. Freedom of economic pursuits. The continental norm is that Haramari are mostly administrators, philosophers, high warriors, or occupy any other higher functions. Those Haramari in the middle caste mostly work as landlords, specialized artisans, or as the head functionary in upper caste households. However, many Haramari have now started to abandon these positions in exchange for jobs like merchant or tradesman, citing that they find the old jobs rather dull, and that the newfound prosperity in our nation has greatly reduced the risk that comes with such a switch. While this would normally not be a matter of the state, the influx of new merchants has, however, given rise to attention, as human merchants who feel that their position is being threatened have protested the inclusion of the Haramari merchants into the guilds and markets. Global trade power seems really nice. Not having to fight rebels, though, in this case, is actually better. But that's what I'm going to do. I can gain a bunch of loyalty, tech cost. Probably going to be the tech cost that I go with. We'll see, though. So it feels like we're starting between a hammer and an anvil? Yeah, kinda. I don't disagree. Don't disagree. Get this up to level 2. Guess I could save up for a level 3 center of trade there. Not the end of the world. What's the second idea group the command has taken? Offensive. Okay. Yanfeng has given up provinces left and right. Guaman announces me as a rival. Instead of allies me against the command. Very smart. You're very smart. And now Qinbing Rung. They will still ally me. Is it worth the Diplo a month? Probably not. Here, let's get their relations back up to max. Right, I'm going to get that tech cost reduction. Broaden them horizons. Minus 5% tech cost, 25% inno gain. So that way I can take this Diplo tech. Because we're about to max out. About to max out on mill, but I can do mill development. I got no problem doing military development. If I want to annex you, it would be done in 1505. Well, we might as well get started on it. That vassal does need to go. Let's take this admin tech. Now I have access to courthouses, which is great. New decision available. Found the Nam Labeda. Historically, the gurus of the schools of Darsinasara have always been somewhat itinerant, traveling from place to place to discuss and debate their fellows and provide their wisdom to the people. Despite this, the role of these teachers has only rarely been to preach and convert, but to guide those already ostensibly within the religious sphere of the high philosophy. To bring the wisdom of the high gods to new peoples, a specialized order of itinerants will be needed. Those who are schooled in local customs and political structures, who will trek through the harsh climate and uncertain land to reach even the most distant and isolated folk. Plus 1.5% missionary strength. I could take Miltech early. As much as I would love to do that. Don't know if it'd be the smartest thing. No. We keep drilling. We just keep drilling. We're chilling and drilling right now. Chilling, drilling, and making money. That's what we do. That's who we are. We do have enough temple and barracks, yes. Yeah, I gotta get rid of... one. Oh, where'd he go? I just saw you. The one that had no drill. 2. Is that enough? Yeah. I mean, I'll still drill these guys, but it's one on a different spot. Tier 6 government reform. Oh, we can't do parliament? Boo. Presidential gives cheaper institution embracement cost. Supremacy of the diet gives all estate loyalty. Calling the diet no longer increases influence. The Attorney General. Let's go for supremacy of the diet. Stacking loyalty is great for the Adasa. Speaking of the Adasa, is there anything else that we should give them? There is less regiment drill loss. Professional supply, faster reinforce speed. Siege training. You can support Adasa families, more regiment costs though. AB, want to come over and watch Netflix and drill? That's right. We're making 50 ducats a month. Stupid. Stupid amounts of money. Average Bhuvauri gameplay. Where's the other guy that just got built? There we go. Level 4 advisor time? No, I can actually use this money. Like I have plenty of workshops that I have not built yet. And I need a lot of courthouses for a mission. 15 courthouses. And then I need either 150 government reform progress or 50% crown land ownership. Both of those are going to be a little difficult for me to get a hold of. Really, this OPS state won't betray us? God, I hope not. Which means they will, but God, I hope not. Oh. What? Who do you think you are? No. They didn't listen. They didn't listen to me. I said we're chilling and drilling. God damn it. Now I have to... Oh, dude. Well, good news is we can ally these guys now. That's a benefit. That's positive. It's military access. I'm about to max out on mill points, which means time for some military development. Are my mages loyal? Yes. Okay. I didn't throw too hard there. Remember, our slave provinces give us more manpower. House of the Adasa. Local manpower plus 40%. So on all of our intern provinces, we want lots of military development. I'm not going to develop this province. That is for the next institution. This, though, can get a little bit of development done in it. Go. And around these parts, you need to get up to 5 Diplo Dev anyways. Research development here. Do a little bit of mill dev on that bad boy. You can get up to 5. You also need development. Make sure we're doing the Diplo Dev first. There we go, I believe. What else do I need? Oh, workshop. Ah, that's a marketplace. Okay, build that workshop. That'll get it there. Bada bing. Bada boom. That should hopefully help with our manpower a little bit more. Coffee imports. Let's grab that national unrest reduction. And we got a bunch of crown land off of that. I think we're good to seize here. Try and make our way up to 50. Saving up for the morale of armies might be worth it if I do want to fight Jad. And I do kind of want to fight Jad. It actually might be better to wait to fight Jad until I finish religious ideas. It'd be much easier for me to get the war score I need that way. Oh god. Oh, hey, where did Sarnavan go? where'd it go? It was just there. I just saw it. Interesting. It just disappeared. Ain't that something? Let's put some more forts. No reason in particular. It's not that I'm afraid. Okay? If you think it's because I'm afraid, well, that's because you're actually a coward. Yeah, that's right. You're projecting onto me. Red Raj is suspiciously uncommanded so far. Give it a couple months. I kind of want to do a Magnificent Feast. We're making 54 ducats a month. We're doing the Magnificent Feast. More improved relations. So that way, hopefully, when I'm done drilling, which we're close, we can get to... The who? Lao? T. When can I re-ally you? Soon, TM? Okay. Well, I'm going to improve relations with them. Hopefully we can get it back up to 190. And then we can do a reconquest war on Sarasung. There it is. Command goes after Rajan Haga. That's probably going to give them enough to start their new campaign. 600 ducats. Tolerance with True Faith +2. More governing capacity, please. How's the drilling going? Good. We're at 96.27. Semperong, not very happy with me. Fun fact. I don't. Just pay the dwarves off. Made in Sarasung. Porcelain makes its way along the Kurinyana have been hit by a downturn in sales in the last few years. Instability in the Raj and the looming threat of hobgoblins from the north greatly reduced demands in the high-quality porcelains that they made, but they have lately faced another threat from upstream. The porcelain production facilities in Sarasung were not exactly known for their quality, but their size more than made up for it in quantity. Though of lower quality than true hard-paced porcelains, the lower pricing demanded by Sarasung guilds have been more affordable to households with lower incomes to purchase, expanding the market but dropping prices. With gangs and cartels running that city, our own porcelain producers have been asking to stop the entry of Sarasung products in our market. We make our money through trade. So, trade efficiency. Thank you. We're at 200 church power, so I should do something. And I'm pretty sure our improved relations is going to go away soon. But let's at least get the loyalty, since I haven't done that yet. Then we can re-up the improved relations. Beautiful. And we do want to upgrade our advisors if we can. Well, crazy that we haven't gotten our... We have 10% build cost right now. Crazy that we haven't gotten radical reforms yet. Just sitting here waiting for it. Right, what are our lesser ones at? They're at 90. Okay, so it should just be another couple months. Another couple months, and then we'll be good to actually go to war. There it is. Okay, Adasa Academies. Founded in the earliest days following our revolt, the Adasa are the private armies of various merchant families in Bhuvauri who lend them to the government in exchange for either coin or political bargains from the upper castes. However, it is becoming increasingly apparent that this system is untenable and inefficient, as it both leads to vast discrepancies between Adasa and a loyalty to the merchants rather than the state, sowing division that we cannot afford. By centralizing the system within our own academies in Sramaya and Ishudin, as well as providing uniform equipment and training, we can both bolster the quality and quantity of Adasa, as well as ensure their loyalty to Bhuvauri above all else. No more half measures. Sons and daughters raised by the state to serve the state and none other. Lose 500 crowns, construct a training field in our capital in Ishudin, rename the strict drilling privilege to the Adasa estate to draconian drilling, and upgrade it with 2.5% discipline plus 10 max absolutism minus 33% regiment drill lost, not scaled with estate loyalty. Have we given them this one? No. But we will. This one plus 2.5%. Yes, please. Better watch out, Command. In like 100 years, I'll be so strong and you'll be so scared. You'll be so scared of me, it'll be crazy. All right, so now... Was this highlighted before? Did I just not realize that I needed to own all of this as well? Damn. Damn. Well, that's who we're going after first. Combat width is currently 24. They have 13,000 troops. Nope. Get that calf back in there. Nope. Get that infantry back in there. It's actually perfect. This is our combat stack. This is siege stack number 1. And siege stack number 2. Other mission to get the Suan speech, or we can kill Sarhal. Lots of options. That's true. There are lots of options. We can do both. Both sounds good. I mean, if the homies aren't joining, so I can have no guys so they instantly get a... Okay. I'm glad we landed there when we did. Otherwise, they would have gotten my fort for free, and that would have been very funny, but also very sad. We are, in fact, done drilling. No more drilling and chilling. We are free from the drilling. There. You will move down there. Dialogue between the castes. We received a message today from some elders. They informed us that they have had a great dialogue between elders from the caste, and they have learned much. They also informed us that these dialogues might occur more often, as they really enjoyed each other's company. Do we want to respond to this letter or not? Maybe we can ask them what they learned, or perhaps we can use this to show others what good harmony and cooperation between the castes brings. Let's ask them what they learned. Oh, I should have all of my heavies together. Let's go pick him up. Yeah, because he has 18 galleys, so we do need to respect that a little bit. We can't just try and walk in and dunk on their navy. Or this way. So much for galleys being slow, you know? It's my fault. I should have built up a real navy earlier. I was delaying it because I was greedy. But now, no greed. We'll just build the navy. We probably have a lot of dev cost edicts out here that are just lying around. You said as you directed them into the galleys, you were just blind. No. It couldn't be my mistake. The game is cheating. Yep. That's the only explanation. You're crazy if you think I made a mistake. That's all right. They're going to be dumb and just leave their ships here to rot in front of my building that gives them attrition, so... Not really the end of the world. Build up more heavies. Are you this stupid? Aren't you behind on tech? No. No, they are not. Torch it. Let everybody get here. Now this is going to have the adverse effect that I don't actually have enough guys down here in the south. So we really got to get through this Ping Hoi war. Now, from Ping Hoi, I know that we need a lot from them, is the thing. Yeah, we need everything they own down here in Sarhal. Is the problem. And then I'm also eventually going to need their stuff, these little islands. No, we do need the islands. I just don't know what mission it is, but we do need. I mean, we could do this. We can get away with this. And I probably think that's the peace deal that we go for with them. These guys, I just want 3 provinces. I don't want any more than that for now. War reps, money. You know the drill. You know the drill. I'm gonna sink these 7 ships. That way they stop blockading me. That's very annoying. I'm gonna delete this galley, because galleys are dumb and bad and ugly and stupid and slow. Really love to stop sieging down Sertan's capital, move south. Yep. Help out this war wizard with some cannons. This is a level 3 fort, which is somewhat unfortunate. This is a coastal fort that they cannot do much about. The command is on the march. Great. Ah, shit. They're getting kind of close. They're getting kind of close, guys. You're getting kind of close. War reps, money from Sertan. Farm a little bit of prestige off of them. Have a nice day. Can I beat the command? Can I beat them right now? Can I? Jury's out on that one. Need 2 more courthouses. Okay, well, there's the 2 courthouses. Now I just need probably government reform. We're not going to get the crown land. Admin advisor of 3 I can do. And then I need ruler admin skill of at least 5. Need to be a reformist or a philosopher of at least skill 3. No rebels and at peace. And then I can obtain new missions and reduce the level of distrustful populace. Which is so very important for us. And not overemphasize how important that is. I don't know how Qin Ben Rung just got this province. Hello? Ow. It became an instant core. So it couldn't have been a threatened war. They can't charter it, right? Magic? That's my best guess. Cheating. They're cheating confirmed. I honestly don't know how that happened. Sold? It's a weird province to sell. But maybe. Not like I have a better explanation. The dude border Ping Hoi to the south? Right, but then why would they get this province? Not like they had a claim on it. Kieran, bringer of fortune. The majestic appearance of the celestial spirit Kirin near the province of Bay has brought about a bountiful blessing of rainfall and enhanced crop fertility for the people dwelling there. The gentle showers not only nurture the crops, but also bestow a soothing and purifying sensation upon our lands. The arrival of this noble creature is perceived as a significant sign, affirming the righteousness of our rule. The flourishing abundance of the benevolent presence of Kirin are seen as a divine validation of our just governance, evoking a sense of gratitude and awe among our people. Let us cherish the auspicious moment and strive to continue fostering a harmonious relationship with the spirits, ensuring the prosperity and well-being of our beloved province and its inhabitants. For 2 years, the province of Bay, it's minus 50% local dev cost, 20% production efficiency, and 0.5 prosperity growth. 1 base tax, manpower, and production. I mean, I don't want to develop the province, though. If that was on like a city, though, that'd be real nice. You check the code. It happened just fuck with the streamer. Oh, damn it. I forgot about that. The secret AI tech. Secret AI tech of being annoying. It's brutal and effective. I'll give him that. Do I really want to fight Pinghoi's troops here is the question. I think the answer is no, I don't. 3 families rotate power, thank God. 10% shock damage. Are they going to get there first? Yeah. Don't really want to tango like that. Pinghoi should be willing to give up, yes. Now, I could also take this island here. If I do fight him, I could start taking stuff down in the south as well. I could throw that into a trade company. And maybe I can... No, it's fine. I can go back to war again later. Give me all that land. Pour it up. You are also going to give me land. Okay, you apparently do not want to give me land. You need to stop drilling. Move our ships over. Let's just try and carpet siege him out. I don't know if we'll be able to convince him to leave, but I'm hoping so. Can I vassalize Arakellen now? No. Bhuvauri economic base compared to Arakellen's. I'm gonna say no to that. I'm gonna say they're lying about their books. Alright? I don't think their economic situation is even slightly comparable to mine. We threaten Quebec Tilly. I need multiple things. I need to give Lac de Kong their cores back. Quebec Tilly is probably our next war. No, I need to vassalize Semferong. Real bad. In fact, it might be too late. If Shia takes this stuff, well, it won't be a big deal. Because the command is gonna body them. No, I just have to jump on Shia when that happens, if that's what happens. Which money's coming in from trade now? 55.72. Once I grab this center of trade, it's gonna go up quite a bit. Probably by a ducat or two. I had to guess. Ready to peace out yet? Nope. Being a little rat. AI's just being a little rat today. Little bit ratty. It's not very nice. Necropolis is repaired in Bim Lao. Gives local dev cost reductions, more defensiveness, more mage loyalty equilibrium, which is really nice. More garrison size. Locally, I believe. Ready to peace out now? Yes. 25. I just want what I have claims on. Have a nice day. No greed. No greed. Just success. Well, I might as well convert that. Okay, it's already being converted. Perfect. A lot of cores. You know what I'm saying? All right, new rivals. I'm going to rival Jad. Simferong, I do think that's who I'm going to go to war with next, so let's get that ready. We have 1,000 ducats, which is nice. That puts us over our naval force limit by 2. Delete those 2 light ships and send this one to... We'll send this one to protect trade down here. Almost time for Tech 9. Damn, we really need to get through the religious ideas. Really, really do. We do need to kill Vandifa at some point. We can probably do that when we kill Kivet Teleni, though. It's not too far off. Government reform progress is at 106. When did he own that? Damn. Thank you for pointing out that my army was stopped. I could summon the Diet here. And seize land. Probably worth doing. Not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do Diplo development. You want me to vassalize Vandifa? Overextension less than 1. Always the easy one to do. Command no longer considers me a rival. Kind of scary. Because I know that it's not because I eclipsed them. I did not eclipse them, which means they eclipsed me. Go figure. Yeah, we're gonna have the largest navy around. Perfect. Perfect. Go ahead and kill their troops. Lizard folk petition for baths. A small group of well-off lizard folk craftsmen have approached our treasury with a proposal for mutual investment in a public bathhouse complex forced from Maya. A traditional site in lizard folk lands, these pools are a site of informal commerce, lobbying, and even interstate diplomacy. The craftsman claims such a complex would attract significant custom, even from non-lizard folk. As an investor, the state could reap the benefits of such investment and show interest in the lizard folk community's well-being at the same time. Sure. Need to spend my money. I suppose I can upgrade this to level 2. I can't because I'm in a war. Very smart. Very smart. I know how to play this game. I only have a couple of hours in this game. Mill dev for Crown Lands? We could. I mean, we definitely will, looks like. You need to drill. need to save my admin, but at the same time... I need to make sure that we continue to expand here. Hey, colonialism spawn? Not yet. It doesn't look like it. Someone's already taken Tech 9. Probably one of the small guys. I'll take it though. Upgrades us to Shendbad Infantry. Although the superior organizational system of the Nadam Raj re-emerged in Rahen in the late 1400s, adoption of innovative tactics lagged behind. The 1500s would see several major changes come to Raheni armies. Longer pikes spread as they proved their efficacy not only against Haramari chargers and war elephants, but Jadari cavalry and warg riders. Unit sizes grew, taking advantage of the larger recruitable population, and flexible hobgoblin formations were adopted to allow fast redeployment of fresh men across the field. Alright. They're still pretty defensive units, all in all. But it is what it is. A little earlier, wanted some generals. Emperor Armchair, I'll get you in there. These names are very long to replace. Okay, 2 siege, not bad. And Faroese, you will also get a general. Hopefully a 6-6. Nope, a 2-3-4-1. I need to go to war with Jad. But I need Deus Vult to fight Jad effectively. Rough. Rough. Why is this guy not being brought over? I think it's because I didn't tell him to move over. Also, I just want to make sure that they're not, like, attaching to me. New age ability. We could start our golden age. We should probably save that for the first command war. Combat bonus in terrain of capital will be nice if it comes down to it. Is this all primary culture of Chenrong? Yes. So it's probably best if I annex and then release him. Go, and now I can do a very quick conquest war here. Even though every single province has a fort on it. Okay, man. Sure. Sure. There we go. Nagon is here, has cores on me. Rongbek is here, has cores on Shia. And Kavet Teleni has been partitioned out the wazoo. Aw, damn it, I should have declared that war earlier. That's alright. Let's go for their capital of Riyi Wadeb. Riyi Wadeb. I can even call in Gawakiza. Why not? Maybe they will make themselves useful. Bhuvauri is back on the warpath. I think Nagon is the one province we need. I think you're right. It will stop our... cores, though. Here. We should wait until after those cores are done. They're also guaranteed by Shia still. So we're not exactly in a rush. I have so much money. I have so much money. So much money, dude. What am I doing? I need to spend it. If anything, just on governing capacity. Your flag is lotus encircled by a gold braid, so it's changed. What is the yellow blip? Staying out inside. That is, I'm pretty sure it's the dragon, right? Pretty sure it's the dragon. Check more missions. Well, we really haven't I haven't unlocked them. I don't know if I have a stronger navy than Ping Hoi, but if I do, then I get a bunch of permanent claims. They have 35 ships. I have 14 heavies. Surely 14 heavies is stronger than, like, some galleys. Trade company investments is a good call. It is a dragon, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's, like, the dragon. The dragon from the thing. The place. I know my mission trees. At least that mission tree. I know that one. I'm pretty sure it's that one. An elf mission tree, if I recall correctly. I don't want to spoilery do it. Where is my navy? It is right here. Invite hobgoblins? Sure. I mean, we get hobgoblins eventually anyways, but... yeah, they've got a lot of guys down here. Wind plane touched. A 0131. That's unfortunate for them. I bet they were very excited. Very excited when they got a plane touched general and then it was that guy. Then they were disappointed. Go help out over here. Get these sieges in the north done. And hopefully we can address what's going down in the south. This tag is about to be annexed, which is fantastic. Gia has broken their guarantee, so let's move in. We are just the command, but green at this point. The command is cheating. I'm not sure how they have this province right here, but okay. Oh, it's a different dragon? Okay, gotcha. Inquisition, I mean... we're gonna need a lot of admin for all these wars. Luckily, the Semferong doesn't need any admin. Nagon is just one province. The one in the south. Don't forget to grab the island. Which one? Vandifa? I'm not taking anything from Vandifa in this war. I'm just gonna break their alliance with Kibeti Teleni. And I can come back for them when I get claims, which I will get after I insult Pinghoi and have a stronger navy. Can I check naval strength comparisons? Is that something I can check in the ledger? There's naval quality comparisons. There's naval quantity comparison. I am listed above them, but that's because I have more total. Surely I have to have it stronger. An insult to you. I integrated that tag. And an insult to you. Okay, great. Prosecute the pirates. Now that we have blunted the damage to our navy resulting from the Great Cyclone and its aftermath, it is crucial that we use it to see the meddlesome pirates in the Gulf of Rahen and the Ringlet Sea, who see our commercial ships as floating sources of gold and new recruits into their crews. We will show them what happens when you mess with our business. Gain a bunch of permanent claims. And now, we have to kill Pinghoi. And Damascus. And we need to own all those islands. Okay, well now I have claims on these guys, but... we gotta go up here and take stuff from Jad as well. Very cool, very cool, very cool. I think our plan with Jad... we might do some shenanigans. Like marine island trap shenanigans would be pretty good. You have to stop them eventually. Don't need another trade efficiency guy. Still have not gotten radical reforms, by the way. The Blue Man. Well, it is not uncommon for spirits to engage with local populations throughout Hellas. The appearance of the Blue Man in Merak stands as a rare and unique occurrence. This spirit has chosen the town square as its abode and willingly engages in conversations with the townspeople, generously dispensing advice and wisdom to all who seek it. The Blue Man presents an imposing figure, towering over 3 meters in height and adorned with nothing more than a simple waist sash. Its distinctive features include glowing blue skin and semi-transparent body, earning it the local moniker, the Blue Man. Among the local peasants, the Blue Man is revered and cherished for its insight, believed to bestow divine protection and bring good fortune. However, the noble class holds a contrasting view, voicing concerns that the longer the spirit remains in the village, the greater the risk of it undermining their authority to rule. Sucks to suck. I'm not spending admin points to get rid of a spirit, sorry. Semferong has fallen, so we can transfer all of this over to Semferong. You can return all those provinces on over. Give me your money. Thank you very much. Latikong, Latikong, Latikong. You have... Oh, we can invite a scholar. Minus 5% tech cost for 50 admin points. Maybe later. I don't need it right now. Also, we're only making 12 ducats a month now. Because our army is very expensive. Reinforce. Let's pick up these 18,000 troops. Oh, these are core provinces of Antifa? Ew. Telexamai. I'm not coring everything right now. It is unfortunate. Who's landing on me? No one. Coffee imports. I will take the mercantilism. I will take that prestige and hope that I get that philosopher as well. There's 150. Did I get the philosopher? I did not, but I'll still hire this guy because then I can do, I think, 2 missions at that point. All right, Nagon, you are getting annexed. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Pour that up. Now. Oh, I'm over my naval force limit, aren't I? And my land force limit. Yeah. You. How much over my force limit am I? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll help the income a bit. Governing capacity is fine, so let's state this up. Oof. How's the mercantile expansions? To be honest, we haven't done a lot of mercantile expansion today. This war down in Sarhal is one of the 2 that we've done. We took 3 provinces off this purple tag. We had to sit around for a while for drill. But we've been doing a lot of building. So it's not like we've been doing nothing. Can you invite a scholar before the ruler changes? Now, if minus 20 cost of ideas or plus 20 shock? I don't know. It's a good question. I doubt it. It probably just makes you choose a different one. If I had to guess. You went to make mirchi korma. Your kitchen smells like chili powder, pain, and happiness. I mean, I guess that's good. I don't know if the smell of pain in your kitchen is quite what I would want, but, you know, to each their own. 10% more trade efficiency, and we no longer get well-maintained infrastructure. Close military advisory outposts to outsiders no longer available either, because our upper castes are now officially fluid. But do I still get this? Ooh, it gives monthly autonomy change though? That's kind of rough. But when I'm fighting the command, you must be assured I'm going to care more about 5% infantry combat ability than 0.05 monthly autonomy change. Apparently I don't have Land of Commerce. It got rid of it for some reason at some point, but I don't really want to... Well, I should probably grab it. Give me that Diplo points. The upper castes. Intercaste marriages. It just gives loyalty with everybody? Sure. Freedom of profession. Lose 15 prestige. Gain +2 max promoted cultures and -2 national unrest. Yeah. Let's do that as well. That's going to make everybody super loyal. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. There wasn't a question. Oh, you're saying I can. Sorry. I can do that. I mean, I guess that's good. That could be really useful for the shock one, for sure. But I'd have to make someone that follows that like me. And I have to ally them. And there's not really many independent tags left, I'm afraid. So I might be out of luck on that one. Have we checked the mission tree for absolutism? That's a later me problem. That'd be a later me problem. Pratham in the God's Wall. The strife of the past centuries have unfortunately blocked access to one of the greatest wonders of the high philosophy tradition, the God's Wall. While most can no longer get there safely, there are, luckily for them, innumerable hand-painted replicas within several different Bra and Kalas. The massive structure spans the gap between Maruvad and the Ascension Plateau and contains innumerable examples of architecture from the high gods and ancient human civilizations. It is widely understood that the bulk of this work was done by the high gods of artists, Patham, thanks to a set of 3 carved slabs resting at the bottom right side of the monument. The first granite slab shows that the cliffside as it once was, a beautiful wooden landscape defined by sheer rocky outcroppings. In the second, Patham is shown at several different locations, carving away stone and clearing foliage, working upon the cliff face as though it was a block of marble. Finally, the third carving shows the God's Wall when Patham turn between their forms. Below the image of the structure, seemingly within the earth itself, lies the High God herself in a meditative trance surrounded by lotus flowers. Interestingly, though a quick comparison, one can see that much has been added to the structure since the High God finished her project. New temples and footpaths dot the landscape, lotus gardens now adorn the various terraces, and statues in several different styles grace the cliff's peak. To meditate on the God's Wall is a truly impossible task, and many have devoted their life to the attempt. However, the construction of the monument is a different, much more tractable matter to ponder. What does Aro make of Patham's masterpiece? 15% construction cost. Only the mighty can build such a structure. I should also display my strength. Rah. 200 religious power. Keep those improved relations. I have 3 years left. Tech cost. I need to save up the morale of armies for when I fight someone big. Can't forget that. Kind of important. My keyboard's not responding again. Come on, man. Come on. It's not even that the batteries in it are dying or something. I replaced the batteries. It just doesn't respond. I don't understand. I don't understand why my keyboard just refuses to work with me sometimes. Or you just have the province source this school. It's pretty close. Oh, that's a good point. That's the Starry Eye School of Origin. That's true. It's right here. Unbroken Claw School of Origin. One more quick war against the Raj, who now has 60,000 troops. Hey, remember when he had 2,000 troops? I remember that. I remember that. Oh, command's fighting one Shia. I cannot get to the provinces that I need. Keyword added again. Isn't a second one? It is. It is a second one. I don't remember when I got this. Like a year ago or something? I don't know. WW LAN interfering with the wireless signal? Maybe. What I need to do is just find a wired keyboard that's as quiet as this keyboard. And then I'd be fine. Then I don't have to worry about it. No one prevents you from taking more land than you need to do the mission. That's true. But first, let's get a mission done. Old soldiers administrate. 15 provinces need courthouses, 150 government reform progress, and 5,000 manpower. Admin advisor of at least skill 3. With our conquest ramping up considerably, we are beginning to run into problems with keeping what we have gained. Our current administrators are by no means wanting in skill. It is the growing phenomenon of Klanti administrative fatigue that is the problem. The proposed remedy to this, the Una Paraka, is a battery of exams administered to veteran Adasa. Upon reaching 40, they will return to the academies where it will be determined if they have the wisdom and experience required to bear the burden of bureaucracy. Not only will this provide a steady stream of administrators for our realm, but it will also be a strong incentive for loyalty within the ranks of the Guard. Unlock the Adasa Administrator's privilege for the Adasa estate. Adasa Administrators. 2.5% admin efficiency, 1% yearly army tradition decay. Sure. Why not? Just make him even stronger. What could go wrong? I need to bring over another stack. This side of the pond. I need to be at peace to do the next mission. I need to annex Lot de Kong. Actually, I can just go to war with Bhuvauri. Or with, Wenchia. I need to wait for when my ally does not defend. I probably have enough guys over here, to be honest with you. As long as I keep that Tech 9 advantage. Let's move you up to the border with Shia. Because these are cores, so I don't necessarily need to own anything else. Then I can annex this guy. Probably try and take these two provinces as well. I'm gonna have a border with the command. Is clickety-clackety half the point? Oh, I love clickety-clackety keyboards, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's great for when I'm streaming. Because then it's very loud when I'm clickety-clacketing, you know? I'm gonna need another stack down here. Right. Tech 9 the gun? I have Tech 9. We have the gun. Are those mercs? Or did they get Tech? No, they took Tech 9. Shoot. You know what? Let's just be smart about this. Don't really want to fight navies here. They could overwhelm me with numbers. Let's just get Vandifa out of this war. And once we get through this mountain, well, we have to take this Highlands fort then. We came in full annex here. I do need to take these three provinces so Jad doesn't do it. I could just let Jad take it though. That feels like a very dumb idea. I could do that. I miss out on this fort, but it's not a huge deal. On the other hand, I could just take the coast, which may be smarter. We need to go contest this. Go bad. Might be able to get the province of Quebec telling through threatened war now. Maybe. I'm gonna throw my keyboard out the window. They might be able to contest this now that I moved my troops away. Oh. I stack one. I forgot, our troops are really good. Really shouldn't be too scared of people. Force my religion. What are your alliance with Quebec Teleni? You can keep that alliance. I don't want your money. I want a short truce. What I want. Can I get you over here? No, we have to take this first. Okay, this is Highlands. This will be a stack wipe on that guy. You in here? Can I start coring anything now? Nope. Non-enforcement of ordinances. That's fine. A little bit of autonomy isn't going to kill us. But we do need to be at peace so I can do my next mission. Improve relations. The scales of justice. It is not often the case of simple murder draw the attention of the government, but a dispute out of Sremaya has earned its place on your desk. An Ashana lizardfolk, one of the crocodiles, as your less tactful counselors refer to them, was found dead outside a pub. There is no question who killed them, as a pair of louts have already confessed, but they swear the croc attacked first, lost to one of the blood rages which are known to afflict the Ashana. This is not attested to by any of the onlookers, and the magistrate's report considers it highly unlikely that an unarmed non-Ashana would survive such an encounter. Public opinion is behind the killers, distrustful of the Ashana and prone to consider them monstrous. Nervous about inciting unrest, the magistrates have kicked the issue upstairs. It now falls to us to decide how this should be handled. The law is the law. I'm sorry, you can't be like, you see, I know I broke the law, but I'm racist, and therefore I should get away with it. It's not exactly how that works. Not in this Bhuvauri. Maybe in someone else's. Let's do reconquest for that province. We have vassals up here that can help with the One Shia War. Great. We do have some rebels that we need to take care of. Do with those first. War's taking a little bit longer than I'd hoped. And yes, I know, I am fully aware that I said we needed peace and then jumped into another war. I understand. We gotta do what we gotta do. We can just get through this fort, then I can go and grab their capital. Then I can get them out of this war. Gotta go deal with these guys. I could have just gotten access through Wrongbeck. That probably would have been smarter, but what's the point in being smart? Why can I not walk over here? These guys. Damn it. Move our ships down here to blockade. I cannot barrage, apparently. We should have enough ships to barrage, though. Do that. Okay, you two are going to move back, so that way they can't move their troops and be annoying. And take my stuff over here. You are going to spread out and get these provinces occupied. Leave one behind. Go fight these rebels. The command is rolling everybody. We may be next. But I will put up more of a fight than anybody else has, so maybe that convinces the AI to somehow leave us alone. I don't know. A man can dream. Man can dream that he'll be left alone by the command, even if it's a false dream. Will they come back to fight me? No. King Hoy is going after Vandifa. Okay. Doesn't really matter. The long term. There we go. The command is pieced out with Shia. Don't think they got enough to get access to the next campaign, which is nice. And they don't have a border with me, which is even nicer. Which is why I think we probably should not take this core back. Actually, no, that core's fine. Anything above that, I don't want to mess with. Qinghui separatists there. We need to deal with these rebels, I think. Okay, you die. You were co-belligerized, you get annexed. Thank you very much. Now go after that stupid capital. You're gonna stay here because I need to go deal with some rebels. You no longer have the improved relations. So be it. Yeah, I just want you to return cores to my subjects. That's it. And maybe this province as well. Well, I need to take this too. So that way it's connected. Like that. That could work. All I know is that the command's going to be a problem. Soon. Very soon. We're gonna have to end stream even earlier. Not yet though. We got like another 40 minutes for it to go. Because my haircut apparently has been moved up. Oh well. Rippy dippy. Is that command Bhuvauri? Did the command have to go after the Raj first? I don't know. That's a good question. And I don't have the answer. To be completely honest with you. We're gonna have to just see what they choose. There's a lot of different ways they could go. They could go into the Raj. Rip Jad. They could go into the Raj. They could go to the rest of Yanshan. They could go straight for me. If I had to guess, here's my prediction. They're gonna go Dujat. So they're going to want to go here into the Raj. We're definitely going to piggyback off of this and attack Jad. I'm not sure what the Raj is going to take, though. Probably everything that I want. Gonna have to fight the Raj, too. Poor Jad. Poor Jad can never just be good. Land on this island. We have too many troops on this stack. Let's take our Marines off. That'll be fine. They do conquests in a pattern. Yanshan into Vimdetrong into Rahen, then loop that cycle. Okay. So they should... They should go back here. They should go back to Yanshan. Yes, I did not read the national idea. I will get to that. The custodian of the Great River. Although the Kurun Yana flows through the many nations, it is the great city of Sramaya that has, since its founding, controlled its mouth. With its stranglehold on the river, which makes up the very lifeblood of Rahen, it, and the cities sworn to it, become some of the richest in the world, with massive amounts of currency, silks, porcelain, and ivory flowing through them every single day. 15% global trade power. Heathens in high places. I need this specific heathen in this specific high place. Okay? If you could just frick off. I'm coming back for this green stuff later. I need to get to peace right now. This the peace deal? Yeah, I think so. What to leave these 2 forts? No. I need to have a border with the green guy here, so that way I can take these claims. I think that's the peace deal. But I'm not really worried about Jad taking these now. Maybe I just focus like that. I don't know if I can do that. That might be a throwy Mew moment. What is it right now? Pretty high. What's money? My trade income has stagnated. Don't know if I can get away with that peace deal. I got a lot of aggressive expansion for annexing this guy right here. But he was co-belligerized, so... Trade harder? Okay, I'll trade harder. Oh, I really feel like this is a mistake if I do that. And I could skip their capital, which would save me a lot on aggressive expansion. I could take just up to their capital. We could do that. And take money and war reps. We reconquered Pegosi for this part? There is a little bit of reconquest in there. Ah, Pegosi. True, and I can release Pegosi as a vassal. I don't need to take anything down here. I think for now, maybe we just take up to his capital. We'd be happy with that. No greed. Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have 1 Shia fort, that's all I need. I can hand this over to Lot Kong so I don't have to core it up. That gives us everything that we need back. Take 385 ducats. Take a little bit more, 496 ducats. Can I get this 35%? No. Take no money. -8 reasons away. This is going to time out, though. I could fire him and then rehire him. Kind of annoying. Fine. Take the money. What did I just grant him? I don't know what I just granted him. Oh, I granted him the claim. Oh, that's fine, I don't care. He can have the claim all he wants. I think it was the claim on this. Which they already have a core on, so who cares? Alright, let's do the mission before we unpause. Suhan's speech. Suhan may have spoken with a whisper in his old age, but his words have rippled across the continent. While his exaltation of our system has been a great source of prestige for us, it has raised questions. Increasingly, numbers of riots have broken out, perpetrated largely by members of lower castes with demands of increased social mobility, and resulting in many members of the upper caste concerned with their positions are in jeopardy. Regardless of whether these worries are warranted or not, the time has come to make a choice. Will we stick with the rigid ways of the high philosophy, or embrace Suhan's practice as one of its greatest champions? The event's Guru Suhan gives his speech. We reduce the level of distrustful populace and obtain new missions. Why? Why are you rebelling? I converted to your religion, dummies. What are you doing? I'm here to help you. Average rebels. Average rebel moment. Guru Suhan gives his speech. At noontime in the city center of Srimaya, the beating heart of hearts, an Asian Haramari stood, red silk robes flowing in the wind, gray whiskers twitching in the humid air. He was flocked by followers, a Raheni woman at his side, a hand on her blade. As a crowd gathered, either curious or wary, Suhan spoke. He gave a speech similar to many others he had given in his long life of philosophy and debate within the halls of Rahen, woes against stagnation of one's place in life despite their deed or character. And yet, he said, a glimmer of hope in those old eyes of his, in this city of slaves and slavers I see promise. The academies, the three families, though through these even the lowest can rise high, enlightened and educated via their own merits. I dare say that this is the only place in Rahen where this is so. As his speech ended, the silence drew over the crowd. There was a pause. And then the riots began. Dissent emboldened by Suhan's words, a spark that had been lit within Srimaya that couldn't be halted even as the streets were brought back under order at Spear Point. Something has changed in Bhuvauri, and there is only the question of if we can embrace it or reject it. All access prestige will be converted to each type of monarch point, gain 50 prestige. But... oh... oh, I see. I see. Okay, so if the caste validity is fluid, the upper caste have 60 loyalty, we've not granted increased school tuition, and we've reached level 6 in government reforms, then we can get a new tier 1. Our current tier 1 gives us 5% discipline, plus 3 max promoted cultures, and minus 50% promote culture cost. This does that, gives us an extra missionary. Unlock the Change Religious Schools decision. Unlock Clash of Social Forces in an Establishment of Free Schools Parliament debate. And enables Parliament. New traditions and ambition? Wait. But I like my ideas. My ideas are goated. Oh. Well, we can make a save. And then if we don't like the new ideas, we can keep the old ones. Trust the change? I don't like change. Change is scary. Change is scary and bad. Okay. Reformed Bhuvauri ideas. 10% trade efficiency, 5% discipline. New model army. Just as the Adasa academies were changed by Suhan's calls to reform, so too would the soldiers follow suit. Not only did the military become increasingly meritocratic, but it also became more flexible and adaptable, favoring and encouraging the soldiers of Bhuvauri to make decisions on the ground to achieve their strategic objectives, via on-the-spot promotions, field commissions, and commendations. This new model army, as it would come to be called, would prove itself to be much more robust and resilient in the unfortunate occasions of casualties among field officers. A trait that proved invaluable in Bhuvauri's coming conflicts with the command. 0.5% yearly army professionalism, minus 10% leader cost. New system. Suhan's speech in Shremaya has set off a tidal wave from the reformists amongst us who are demanding we implement various changes to the current system, specifically the opening of the great Adasa academies to native Raheni. This will increase education and flow with new and radical changes as the bureaucracy and administration of the Republic as a result. Minus 10% advisor cost plus 2 possible advisors. Rise of the meritocracy. Once our government was organized as all in Rahen around the cast. Once our government was organized as all in Rahen around the cast, where each performed the role of their fathers and theirs before them. It was a venerable system, though inflexible and subject to major vulnerability. Skill is not congenital. Soon we face the issue of how to squeeze the greatest efficiency out of our limited manpower pool, and the solution to this issue? Examinations, as many as needed, all with the purpose of showing that each individual excels at, after which they will then be assigned that complement to their strengths. Some have called this unfree, others have called it scandalously free, and we call it meritocracy. With this new system in place, we shall forge a new social order, each according to skill, each according to the state. Minus 1 national unrest, 0.3 yearly Republican tradition. Custodian of the Great River is the same thing. Then we get plus 2 tolerance of heathens, 10% tech cost reduction, 10% goods produced, 20% land force limit. I mean, these are good ideas. It sucks that we lost the manpower recovery speed, though. Well, I suppose that's supposed to be supplemented by having more professionalism. Being able to slacken more, I guess. I mean, they're good, so we'll probably just keep them. Probably just keep them. We still have the casts. Yes. Probably call Parliament immediately. Diplo power. 25% cheaper Inquisitor. Diplo rep. Annex subjects will be removed from Bhuvauri. Let's do that one. Wait. Reform. Clash of social forces. The native Raheni clamor for representation, their protests threatening to grow violent. We can stave off conflict through a small concession. Adasa academies will be open to native-born Bhuvauri who pass the exams and pay tuition. Their children will learn loyalty. Bhuvauri gets native-born students until the end of the game, giving the following effects. 10% institution spread in True Faith provinces. Or, establishment of free schools. In order to accommodate the growing number of Adasa applicants, we should establish free public Adasa academies, preparatory institutions for the exams. Unlock the established public school parliament debate. Caste fluidity will see a huge increase. We get land grant universities until the end of the game, plus 1 global possible number of buildings. Yep. That's nuts. That's insane. That's an instant click every time. Yeah, there ain't no reason to not click that button. The command is on the march. Okay. They do go into Dujat. Oh, we are so cooked. We are so cooked. Yeah, just fire him. We are so cooked. Every day I'm out here trying to expand, to get stronger, and the command is just devouring swaths of LS. We can only declare on tax to have a campaign claim for 20 years. After 20 years. Yeah. I'm more worried about the after 20 years when they choose a new spot. If it's as you said, then they should go to Yancha next. And then they're going to come after me. So I've got 40 years to prepare for this. Not the most encouraging idea, I will admit. Try and get religious ideas done here. I feel like we're going to need longer than that, but it doesn't really matter what I feel. High philosophy zealots. Oh, my subjects. Okay. The missions. So, all owned provinces have a school or academy building. Oh, that's it, huh? Hint, press B to open the macro builder. Funny. The event Origins of the Adasa happened from In Search of a Better Life. Okay. Well, I need to do some of this stuff up here. I need Boyabareti to not exist. I need to annex Lot to Kong. So let's improve relations with them. Need to release this guy as a vassal. I want to have a realistic chance of reconquering this easily, aggressive expansion wise. Let's do that. It'll stop the conversion, but I don't care. He's got a bunch of cores that we can go after. You really need that hint. It's right here. Boom. Production interface. Buildings. Schools. Which I guess we need to build literally everywhere. Which I guess kinda sorta balances out the free building for everything, okay? Maybe it's not as strong as we thought. Maybe we were just supposed to do the tax meta and I did not think about it. Maybe it's always been the tax meta. Bhuvauri in this node. We must get the taxes. Get that improved relations back. As a designer, this was the number one complaint how annoying it was to build buildings, keep track of it, so we put it in. How do you not know about the macro builder? Save yourself time and arthritis. Use the macro builder. Don't be like me and like click things individually and build them. That's just old habit. Right. That's all fine and dandy. I do not want to take Crown Land back yet. Oh yeah. People are not happy with me. Bet Teleni needs to die. I need a better fort line. But I need to spend my admin on ideas. Okay, we can get these 11,000 troops out of there. They don't need to be on this island. Bring them back up. You start drilling. We should switch our leader here soon. Colonialism against Ping Hoi. Okay. Well, when that truce is done, we'll beat the hell out of them. Of course, yeah, I had Raj and Haga. Not that they're any strong anymore. Really, I need this island. Merchants get rich. That's fine. Now we can finish off religious ideas. That gives us Deus Vult. Also unlocks the Tolerance Act. +2 tolerance of heretics. -50% fort maintenance on border with rival. I mean, that's kind of just terrible. Like, I'll put it in because we might as well. It's free. It's literally free. But I convert heretics, so that's kind of a weird policy. I won't lie. Like, why would I take religious ideas if I wanted +2 tolerance of heretics? Yeah, they're getting smacked? Yes. They're tech 7. And they're fighting that many troops. Pretty much. A couple less. The island claim is because in canon, Captain Ping ends up going sicko mode and getting a massive coalition in the area after yoinking like 80% of the regional coastline. Pirates just be doing that. But here's the problem. The Raj is going to take all this. He's going to take it all. And I don't want him to take it all. Is the problem. That is for sure a problem. You're dying to this guy. We're actually in a pretty tough position here. I won't lie. This is going to be interesting how it goes down. For sure. Also, our trade income went up by 5 ducats by taking this stuff. I need to check what's our army quality compared to the command. We actually out-discipline him by 2% right now. And that's without an advisor. And we out-morale him. Oh my god. Wait. We're him? I can't check infantry combat ability. But they have 15%. I can't remember what Hobgoblin military is. I can check, right? Hobgoblins. Discipline. They get more army drill gain. They take less morale damage. Okay. My infantry combat ability is 20%. We have more infantry combat ability than the command, and I can get 5 more. We're actually just better. Pips, though. Pips are going to be rough. He's going to have better generals. Most likely. I mean, we have 67.6% army tradition, but I mean, he'll have all 3-star generals. He won't have mages. If we can get a mage general, that'd be pretty huge. He takes less land attrition. Gonna have more troops than we will. If he finishes offensive, it'll give him another 5% discipline. That siege ability is gonna be rough. And offensive admin gives what again? Nothing that matters. What happened to Beyond Fang? Rip. Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to defend them against the command? No. The only thing that matters in Hellas is surviving against the command. If that means abandoning Beyond Fang when they're the second target, so be it. Sucks to suck. Be better next time, Beyond Fang. Simply be better. We need to improve with my ally here. So what's our plan now? I mean, there's so many missions that I need to get done. Like, I feel like I'm very far behind on missions. Makes me a little nervous. Lots of Kong is easy. I just need to annex. That is going to be a problem. Probably should have been more aggressive over here. Taking these guys out. The plan is to rescue the kobolds? Hold on. Huge. That'll help somehow. We use the Golden Age for the First War still? Yeah, we can. $20 if we can make him leave us alone for a little bit longer than that, we can get Tech 13, build a full backline of cannons, give all the artillery stuff to these guys, and then obliterate him. I think that would be the plan. Need a bash star for more entrance? Yeah. It might just be it. When's my truce with Telek end? 3 years? Okay. I improve relations with Bois de Kinchi, they shouldn't join a coalition. I could just go through and annex these guys. Oh. Well, I can do this immediately. Let's get that done. Encourage development. 5 and a workshop. 5 and you already have a workshop. 5, you already have a workshop. You already have 5, you need a workshop. You can half state that at the very least. And then that should complete that mission, which will give us production efficiency. We'll also change some stuff to sugar and spices, more trade steering, more mercantilism. And then if I get 20 artillery, and I need either 40% trade power in the Mabidi Sea or 2 Bashidi culture group allies, then I can unlock the Adasa artillerist privilege for the Adasa estate, which is probably pretty strong. Last of the free Boya Boretti does not exist. Yeah, that's just our next focus, is we've got to take all this here. And that will give us a bunch more claims. I'm assuming on stuff in this area. They want us to go up the coast of Rahen, which I don't know how I'm going to pull that one off. I guess it's a Raj War. He's got no manpower. Has he already started to merc up yet? Kind of important if he has, or not. No. He does not. What's their income like? 73. Most of that from vassals. So as he keeps annexing people, he's going to keep killing his income. Merc. Oh, true. We lowered the distrust. We're now only down to distrustful populace 5. So it's only 200% increase for merc cost and maintenance. We still have the autonomy though. Damn, that didn't change. That's rough. That's rough. Alright, well. The weird thing is, we don't need Quebec Teleni, from what I'm seeing. Unless I'm missing it. We don't need it, but I sure do want it. Owning this state would help me get control over this trade node, as well as giving us a more defensible border. But that's a lot of aggressive expansion. I think there's lots to think on, but I think I have to end stream here, so that way I can get to my appointment on time since it's been moved up. So sorry for the shorter stream. I thought we had like a 4-hour stream going, but not today, unfortunately. Still need that one lot to Kong province. Yeah, but I just need to annex them for that. So we're improving relations, and we can improve high enough to where we can annex them, and then we'll be fine. The debuff goes away in 1516, so 4 years. Then we can annex them. We have the province, no problem. We should probably go to war with Shia again, so that way I can grab this hill fort here, and then we need to annex Semferong as well. That way I can get control over Semperung proper to build a fort there. It's going to be command with offensive ideas, so they're going to siege us down crazy fast. Counter-espionaging and then building a spy network on them is going to be our best bet. And honestly, we probably need to attack the command with Deus Volt, farm battles on our defensive forts, and then just try and push them back up the Kuranyana. And we're going to have better quality troops, hopefully. It might be where we skip a Diplo idea and we take quality ideas, stack infantry and artillery combat ability up even higher, more discipline. Like, I think this is an easy quality ideas run. We also get more siege ability with religious ideas, so we might just skip this, go here, and then come back for one later. Yeah, court ideas does give max privileges, but I think I'd rather take trade and make more money or something like that. All right. Sorry for the shorter stream today. Tomorrow will be like a regular longer length, and I'll have shorter hair. Huge. That way I won't be messing with my hair as much. Hopefully. What do you need a haircut for? My hair is too long. So it's time to get it cut. So that way I stop messing with it. The more you see this tree, the more you doubt you ever play it. I don't know. It's fun. It's good. There's nothing wrong with the tree. It's just a command. Just the inexorable march of the command that makes everything feel like you're 50 years behind at every single point in the game, including 1444. Such is the price of playing in Hellas. But that is going to be it for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.